they don't have it, they will order it for you. Veteran owned and family operated. Call 405-789-8102. C&J Sporting Goods.
This is Blake Nightingale State Farm, your local insurance agent over at 7304 Northwest Expressway. Here to tell you more about the business is Blake himself.
Hi, my name is Blake Nightingale, State Farm insurance agent located at 7304 Northwest Expressway here in Oklahoma City. I've been a State Farm agent since 2018. We've got 5 licensed staff members here, and we do everything from auto, home, life insurance, and health insurance. And we're real passionate about helping people. And we love youth sports, and we sponsor a lot of local teams here. And so, like I always tell people, like a good neighbor, we're here to help you.
Just like you heard from Blake, Blake Nightingale State Farm is here to help you protect what's important to you, because your car and home aren't just things. They're where you make your memories. Visit Blake and his friendly staff at 7304 Northwest Expressway and call them at 405-728-1313. Like a good neighbor, Blake Nightingale is there. Okay, folks, we are live here on the gospelstation.com, Scroll Sports and Talk. This is Luke Young calling in from the studio in Oklahoma City, and I'm joined by Daniel today out on location. We've got 2 hours for you here, an hour from 4 to 5, and then once again at 5 to 6, and that second hour we'll have another special guest on it. But we're getting into this show. We're going to have a great show today. As always, we've got a lot to talk about between the sports and all the current news happening. Unfortunately, a mix of good and bad news, but we'll get into it here. Daniel, how are you doing, my friend? I know you're out at location right now.
I am at Pearl Vision right here in the great city of Yukon, Oklahoma. One of my favorite places to be. I love Yukon, have a history in Yukon, positive history, by the way, good history in Yukon. And here at Pearl Vision at 1244 Northwest 10th right here in Yukon is Pearl Vision. We are here, of course, nobody cares more about eyes than Pearl Vision. You can take that to your eye bank and you will have a good time. We're at Pearl Vision, like I said, the parking lot, great parking spaces out here. Come on into Pearl Vision. They've got Vogue eyewear, all kind of eyewear. And I'm going to try to say some of these names. They're all along the wall here. And I'm going to look at the people working here, and they can smile, grin, or whatever. So we've got right here Gucci. I got it. And then Vogue eyewear, Michael Kors eyewear, and then Tory Burch. Almost named after the owner of this Pearl Vision. But Dolce Gabbana. Very good. That almost sounds like a song. Gabbana. But great eyewear right here. Coach, Burberry. Good stuff down here. I'm walking down here. A nice mirror. I can see myself. Nine West, BB, Polo, Silhouette, authentic eyewear. Right here. Hey, I'm doing it. Ray-Ban. And, Luke, I've got a solution here, right here at Pearl Vision, for all the bad calls at high school football games or college, is the Meta glasses. Meta glasses. You can have an instant replay. You can record that and go to the ref and show them, look at this bad call you made. I've got a solution for you. Go to Pearl Vision in Yukon at 1244 and you can help your favorite ref start getting calls right, because you'll see better with glasses from Pearl Vision. Not bad, huh?
That's pretty good. I can hear the staff laughing in the background on your call right now. I've known a few umpires that can use it. They agree,
you know. Of course, we've got Oakley, Michael Kors. Now, if you haven't seen that Meta eyeglass, A1 eyeglass, am I saying that right? AI. See, I said A1. AI. I'm thinking of the barbecue sauce, A1. But anyway, AI. You can have a great, it's really cool. If I remember right, you can go to your Facebook with it. You can listen to music on your phone and nobody else can hear it but you. I mean, that is pretty far out, as I would say back in the 70s. Pretty cool. But right here at Pearl Vision, we're going to be here for a while. Come on by, 1244 for Northwest 10th. You can give them a call at 265-7775. Now, they have optometrist right next door. They can help you set an appointment over there. Come here and get your glasses. Or if you have a prescription already, come on by Pearl Vision and they will help you here, right here. All kind of stuff. Wide selection of performance and designer frames. Now they also work with most major vision plans and welcome your current prescription. So if you have one, come on in. I'm looking at some of these. They have United Healthcare, iMed, BSP, flexible spending account, Humana, Aetna, so many more. And don't forget 40% off lenses with the frame purchase. That's right here at Pearl Vision here in Yukon, Oklahoma. And you know, Yukon was undefeated for one game. They were undefeated before they played Mustang. But hey, at least they were undefeated for a while. Go Millers. I'm all for them. But we're here. And of course, I like Mustang too. So Mustang people, you're fine. Mustang won again this year. But we're at Pearl Vision. Come on by and check it out. Check out all of the nice frames, and you'll see what you have. Luke, I'm going to have more from Pearl Vision, but we're going to hear a little bit about sports and other items going on. So take it away, and I'll be back right here at Pearl Vision.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've got a lot to talk about. Now, he mentioned the Yukon Mustang game. That was a great game. They played a little bit of a rivalry there. Those two teams are back this Friday. I'm looking at the schedule here. It looks like Mustang has Broken Arrow and Yukon has Sapulpa on their next games. So if you are Mustang or Miller fans, those are your two matchups this Friday. But before we get into the sports, there's actually a lot of non-sports news that I kind of wanted to mention getting started on this. It's a little bit different from what I normally like to do on this show, but I felt like it was worth talking about, maybe for the wrong reasons though. So this week there's been a lot of news. Of course, we were covering the Minco softball crash. I have an update from the Oklahoma Highway Patrol. So they said there are 4 students and 1 adult that was ejected from the bus. It has been confirmed the bus was trying to avoid a deer, ended up hitting it, and that's what caused the bus to roll over. This update comes from the Oklahoma Highway Patrol. 2 students were treated for minor injuries, 2 others for serious injuries. 2 adults were treated for minors, and 1 adult was admitted to the hospital in critical condition. So it seems like only 1 adult was put in critical condition. The rest of them, although hurt, are relatively okay. So keep praying for the Minco softball team. Again, their school was closed today, and their softball season has been canceled. So keep them in your thoughts and in your prayers. And also, if you can, send a thanks to the Caddo County first responders. They helped clear the roadway, transport patients, did all that stuff. It could have been a lot worse without their help. And we're glad that at least the damage doesn't seem to be as bad as we were afraid it was. You know, that's at least a little bit of a silver lining. Now, some worse news, and Daniel, you and I were talking about this if you do want to hop back on for a minute. It has been confirmed that Turning Point USA CEO Charlie Kirk has been killed after the shooting out in Utah. He took a bullet to the neck, and after being transported to the hospital, it was confirmed just a few minutes ago, right before we started the show, that he did pass away. So keeping his family in our thoughts and prayers, whatever side of the political spectrum you fall on, you know, if you're young, old, man, woman, left, right-leaning, whatever, it doesn't matter. It should never come to this point. Violence is never the answer. And that's something I feel like we have to keep reinforcing. And Daniel, if you have something to say, please hop in.
Yes, I do, but this is an EPH 511 PM, and it doesn't have to be. That just that hurts so badly. And I want to emphasize this, and I don't want to take away from the moment that our clients have paid for. But when people scream for freedom, there are people that want freedom only if you agree with them, freedom of speech. And these people are trying to silence. We just had Charlie Kirk on our show on EPH at 5:11 p.m. Some of the places he went and the college campuses, and some of these people that were talking to him just, I don't mean to be cruel, but some of the things they were saying was just crazy. And there are people And I hope each one of us understand there are people trying to silence America, trying to silence anybody that come against them. America's in trouble, and we're going to have to stand up for what's right. Charlie Kirk was just a young man, 31 years old, and married and had children, and proclaimed Christ, and was doing all he needed to do while he was called to do. And somebody shot and killed him because they don't like what he said. And if we are intimidated, and that's what people who want to rule your life, they want to intimidate you, they want to scare you, they don't want you to speak so they can get their voice out. I can remember several years ago, there was a situation going on at UCO, I believe it was. It's been several years ago, probably maybe 5 years ago, and there were students there trying to ban a preacher to come speak on the campus. And they were against abortion. They wanted to, these people wanted abortion, and they believed in same-sex marriage and all of that, but they didn't want anybody speaking against it. And to make a long story short, there was Channel 4 did the interview with this young lady on campus, and they would say, they asked the young lady, said, what would you say to people that disagree with you? And her answer was, well, keep your mouth shut and mind your own business, is what she said. People that don't want you to speak. This really breaks my heart that when I heard Charlie Kirk was shot in the neck, I was afraid that possibly the silence was there, notifying kin and so forth, because that's a pretty serious injury. So what I believe will happen, Luke, is that more people are going to stand up and take the mantle for Charlie Kirk, and they're going to speak out louder. And but we can't let this be silenced. I believe Jesus is coming back soon, and we are seeing people trying to silence people that disagree with them. And I don't care what anybody says, you don't see. And then I heard somebody interview, and their solution for this was gun control. Shooting somebody, and I'm thinking about doing a show. We're talking about let's eliminate all cars because of people who drive drunk. Right. Let's eliminate all knives. Let's eliminate all of that. It's people, and we need to change the way we think. And it is breaks my heart. It's hard to continue on doing the show just knowing this fine young man was murdered because he was speaking his mind and trying to make a difference. But that just means all the rest of us need to stand up and make a difference. Luke, what are your thoughts?
Oh, you're exactly right there. And again, it's like you said, I know it's not EPH 511, but it felt too important to pass up. Even what you just said, speaking out, not being silent. I guess this is just our way of doing exactly what you just said, is talking about it now. But between the tornadoes out west and the Minco crash and now this, and apparently there was a shooting up in Denver or just west of it. Yes. Man, I've had enough of this kind of news for 1 week, Daniel.
Well, I'm telling you what, there is something I think we all need to recognize, is that there are people that are walking down a yellow brick road. They're actually walking down the road of Bible prophecy, and they're going to wake up someday, and millions are going to be missing, and it's because of the rapture. There's God is looking on to all of this, and there are people that want to destroy America, that want to run your life by trying to intimidate and murder people. And that is, and of course you take away the guns, you're taking away from the guns from all the people trying to defend themselves. I mean, that is just silly. Back in the 70s, 80s, they did a thing about, well, let's do something about drugs. Well, they got tough on drugs, and we don't have any more drugs on the streets, do we, Luke?
No, that's completely clean, right? Last time I checked.
Yeah, that's just the point. The people that are going to have guns are going to be the people that want to hurt people. People that want to defend themselves won't be able to because the guns have been taken. Gun control is not it. People turning their life to God, people thinking differently. That's the answer. Taking away guns, taking away cars, taking away all that, isn't it? These aren't little kids that are home from daycare and being punished for running outside when they weren't supposed to. These are adults, and this is America, and there's people that have been brainwashed. You know, the sign of Marxism is accusing your enemy of doing exactly what you're doing. And when people say Charlie Kirk is trying to take rights away from people, no, he's speaking his mind. And there's people that are all bent in emotion and listening to, well, what itches their ears, and they want to believe that. They want to believe things that just aren't true. And it's sad. And now somebody has taken the life of Charlie Kirk, and that is really heartbreaking. And yes, it is. And we do need to pray for the family. We need to pray for America. And this man that did this, or woman, I don't know if it's a man or a woman, this person who did this, I guess have been caught and definitely need to be brought to justice. But this guy, this one person affected so much, because I doubt, well, maybe Utah's going to try to let him out on cash bail. I don't know. But I doubt this man's ever going to get out of jail or prison for what he did. That child, the wife of Charlie Kirk, they're never going to be able to have Charlie Kirk back until the rapture happens or they all go to heaven. That was senseless. There's no reason for it. The ones I saw what Charlie Kirk was doing is let everybody speak, and they got to. And Charlie Kirk had an answer for it. And we had that on our show on Monday, some of those segments. We may do it again just in honor of Charlie Kirk and the message he was trying to get out. We have the freedom to speak. And that is that's just something that sometimes things like this just leaves you speechless. We all need to pray. Back when there was war, I read a article from John Hagee once, and when there was people attacking the Allies and moving forward, the President of the United States, I believe it was, called everybody to prayer. And that's what we need to do. We need to pray for America and continue on, because the scripture says there's be a day where the tree is going to be shaken. The one's going to be shaken will be falling off. And there's a whole lot of shaking going on right now. And we need to pray, and we need to get solid in God's word and speak God's word, because there are people that are against a believer. And again, he's a believer. And there are people that are coming against believers, so we all need to be strong and faithful in that area. Well, Luke, it's about 4:15. Let's talk about Pearl Vision one more time, and we'll go to break. Again, I'm at Pearl Vision, located right here in Yukon, here on Northwest 10th. 40% off a second pair of when you buy a complete pair of eyeglasses or prescription sunglasses. And I have prescription sunglasses. My glasses turn into sunglasses, but I also have prescription sunglasses I enjoy a great deal. Walking around here at Pearl Vision, I'm seeing all different kind of colors, all different kind of styles. And you've got to try this AI glassware. It is really nice. You'll like that. And I see some of these different styles, colors, kind of a two-tone color, all kind of different items, and they can help you here. Now, the staff here will help fit you in glasses, will help find a pair of glasses that will be good for you. And I see one I like right now, and I like the color anyway. I'm not sure the style. I like that color too. I'll have to look at some of these. Sometimes I'll look at them and find out they're women glasses. They say, hey, that doesn't make any difference. Nobody will know. But they're really nice glasses. But looking through here, some great eyewear. Come on through. You can get prescription sunglasses. You can get all type of neat things. Looking through here, I'm seeing all kind of Oakley. And I believe they were telling me Oakley is fixing to come with AI eyeglasses as well. And those are pretty cool. They've got children's eyeglasses as well. And, of course, they can do contacts with you. I mean, I don't know. Can you all do contacts, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Yes, they do all of that. I just want to make sure before I said that, and I was wrong. I've been wrong before. But great right here at Pearl Vision here in Yukon. Come on by. They're open until 6:30, and we will be here for a little while. Come on by Pearl Vision and pick you out some glasses. I'm seeing these one glasses. It almost looks like a leopard skin glasses right here. But all right, well, Luke, I'll tell you what, I'll send it back to you for break. And we are here at Pearl Vision, 1244 Northwest 10th. And come on by. And of course, you can give them a call here at 405-265-7775. Luke?
Yeah, I want to say the last time I was there, they said something about those Oakley AI glasses. So I'm going to have to find a picture of them or get out and try them myself when they are released. But yeah, we're going to send to a break here. We're done with our first segment. When we come back, we'll get more into the sports talk, and we're going to try to get back into that more uplifting, positive attitude. I don't want to dwell on the negativity for too long. So let's send it to break. When we come back, more sports talk. Do it best at Evans Hardware. Since 1965, Evans Hardware has provided Midwest City with top-quality home improvement supplies and a one-of-a-kind shopping experience. At 1021 South Douglas Boulevard, Evans Hardware is family-owned and has the right products for every situation, including DIY projects, professional contracting, or quick fixes. Their satisfaction guarantee and quick turnarounds mean you'll always find what you need. So visit Evans Hardware in Midwest City.
Or call 405-732-1898. That's 405-732-1898.
Evans Hardware in Midwest City.
If you're hankering for some real Oklahoma barbecue, then get yourself on over to Earl's Rib Palace at 6816 Northwestern in Oklahoma City. They have the ribs, chicken, turkey, sides, and the cobblers that will set your taste buds on a hoot. No, you need catering or planning your tailgating, Earl's Rib Palace will get you set up. Dine in with friendly customer service or carry out. You're going to savor Earl's Rib Palace. I reckon I ought to give you their phone number. It's 405-843-9922. Making mouth-watering barbecue since 1996. Earl's Rib Palace. C&J Sporting Goods at 6604 Northwest 38th Street has been serving Bethany and the Metro for over 30 years, with 3 generations ready to serve you with the best shopping experience of product knowledge and customer service anywhere, with a wide selection of guns, ammo, ear and eye protection, law enforcement equipment, hunting, camping, and survival gear. If they don't have it, they will order it for you. Veteran owned and family operated. Call 405-789-8102. C&J Sporting Goods.
This is Blake Nightingale State Farm, your local insurance agent over at 7304 Northwest Expressway. Here to tell you more about the business is Blake himself.
Hi, my name is Blake Nightingale, State Farm insurance agent, located at 7304 Northwest Expressway here in Oklahoma City. I've been a State Farm agent since 2018. We've got 5 licensed staff members here, and we do everything from auto, home, life insurance, and health insurance. And we're real passionate about helping people. And we love youth sports, and we sponsor a lot of local teams here. And so, like I always tell people, like a good neighbor, we're here to help you.
Just like you heard from Blake, Blake Nightingale State Farm is here to help you protect what's important to you, because your car and home aren't just things. They're where you make your memories. Visit Blake and his friendly staff at 7304 Northwest Expressway and call them at 405-728-1313. Like a good neighbor, Blake Nightingale is there.
Apple Tree Antique Gallery sits in the heart of downtown Bethany at 6740 Northwest 39th Expressway and is the home of the Gotta Have It, with over 70 vendors and spacious shopping. Always celebrating the 3rd weekend of the month with special. Apple Tree Antique Gallery is locally owned and operated with a hometown Bethany flavor and tradition. Call 495-0602 and check out the Gotta Have It Apple Tree Antique Gallery.
Tanko Mechanical, Electrical, and Plumbing is a commercial and industrial contractor. They offer end-to-end client experience that includes seamless communication, budgeting, staffing, on-site organization, and its solid quality handiwork every time. The past projects include both new construction and repairs and restoration. Occupied and fully operational job sites are never a problem. They can also plan, manage, and build multi-phase jobs. We are a turnkey plumbing, electrical, HVAC, and mechanical contractor. Tanko Company, give them a call at 405-255-7804. Again, that's 405-255-7804. Tanko.
And we welcome you back to this episode of The Game Plan, a special 2-hour-long episode coming at you live from Oklahoma City and actually the surrounding areas, because we've got Daniel out at Pearl Vision in Yukon. We're going to hear from him in a second. Here on this first hour, I think we're going to change how we normally do this. We'll do 2 more 20-minute segments instead of 3 more 15-minute segments. I think that'll work out just fine. So, as we get into it, Daniel, you're out at Pearl Vision. Tell us a little bit more about what you got going on out there.
Well, of course, if you want to see better and have really stylish glasses, well, you can come out to Pearl Vision. And you know what? I just said something here. Stylish glasses, whatever you like, they're going to have it for you. They're going to help you find it. And I'm looking at all these selections here. There are so many different kind of glasses that you can put on and that you can try. They will help. Now, they will take time to fit you in glasses to make sure that it's not hurting your right ear or you're getting dents in your nose or whatever the case may be. They're going to help you find and fit a pair of glasses. And again, you can go over to the optometrist next door, get a prescription, come over here, and they will help you find it for you, the glasses that you want. They will service you well. And if you have a prescription from another doctor, well, they'll still bring you over here, and you can bring your prescription and get you a pair of glasses here. And of course, they'll take all major health and vision plans. So come on in, 40% off a second pair of glasses for you and your family, or 40% off lenses with a frame purchase. So those are pretty nice. Schedule your eye exam at pearlvision.com or come right over here and schedule it with the doctor next door. I believe it's Dr. Wolf. I was thinking that. I was thinking that was Dr. Wolf. And his Dr. Pearl is right here. Got a picture of him. And every once in a while I'll read this. It's Dr. Pearl's Eye Care Tips. Wear your shades in the shade. Yes, you may partially reduce overall exposure to UV rays in the shade. No, you still can't forget to protect yourself from all the reflection that comes off the water, roadways, and other services. So that is an eye care tip from Dr. Pearl. Pearl Vision. No one, absolutely no one cares more about eyes than Pearl Vision. Caring for your eyes and caring for you right here at Pearl Vision here in Yukon, locally owned and operated. This is a franchise owned, and they take care of you. You can sure see the difference. You can see the difference in the staff, all the people that wait on you. I mean, this is a very locally owned business right here in Yukon, and you'll like coming in here as well, right here in Yukon, Oklahoma. On your drive home, think about Pearl Vision. Walk outside at a great parking lot, plenty of parking space to come on into Pearl Vision. And Luke, my mind's just not staying off that, and I just want to encourage people is don't let the intimidation of evil keep you from speaking your mind. What a horrible loss to lose this young man, and such a vital voice of standing up for what's right. It just breaks my heart, but you know what? We can't be intimidated. We got to keep moving forward because God has so much more to offer than what we've got. Crazy, evil people trying to change America, and if you don't agree with them, they get very upset. And even the news media, so much of the news media just isn't on the up and up. So many things. So that's on my mind. Might be on the mind of a lot of people. But I know we're trying to talk sports and move the move. But I'm telling you, my blood is churning. My everything is churning inside of me. Is that we've just got to stand up for what's right and know who we are and being strong. Charlie Kirk had a good voice out there, and he was silenced. But the gospel of Christ and what's good has not been silenced, and that will continue to live on. All right, we're at Pearl Vision right here on Northwest 10th, 1244 Northwest 10th here in Yukon. Come on by, see all their selection of Vogue eyewear, only at Pearl Vision, and some of these styles. They've got a thing called Eye Zen, Relax 2 and Protect 3, your eyes. Essilor Eisen lenses reduce visual fatigue from digital screens and filter in blue violet light. And I just now saw this. Ask your optical experts. Luke, everybody's an expert nowadays. I don't know, but they're really good at what they do here, though. But Luke, back to you and talking sports. What you got going on?
I guess everybody's got to be an expert in something. I like to say I'm an expert in sports, although I don't know how true that is sometimes. All of my picks in high school football haven't gone so well, but hey, I also wear glasses and contacts. If you're watching on the Facebook, Gospel Station Sports and Talk, the page, these are my glasses. You can see they're very lightweight, very thin frames. That's the kind I like, and I've been out to Pearl Vision before, so I know they have some like that. But whether you like big frames, round lenses, rectangle lenses, whatever you like, that's the kind I've got. So I wear them. I've been out to Pearl Vision myself. They really are a good spot. But hey, coming back to the sports talk here, we are going to try again to uplift the mood. Try not to dwell on it so far, though I don't blame Daniel for his reaction to that. Let's go ahead and look at some of the local sports around right here. Of course, it is Wednesday right now, and there's no sports happening today. This is kind of the day off for everything, but we come back tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday, 3 days in a row of local high school sports. Starting tomorrow, and we'll talk about, I guess I'll mention it right now. We'll start with football. Since I already mentioned that UConn and Mustang were playing, I'll take a look at those games again. Mustang has a 6A matchup at 7 p.m. Friday. They are at Broken Arrow. UConn has the same 7 a.m. kickoff as it is pretty much across the board, but they are at Sapulpa. Now, some important games across the 6A class right here are a few rivalries that you might take note of. Edmond Memorial and Edmond North are playing in a rivalry matchup. I think there's one more. Here it is, Putnam City North and Putnam City Original getting their little rivalry matchup going. I've talked to the Putnam City schools a little bit about the inter-school rivalry, if you will, and it's definitely there for those kids. So they're going to come into those games playing very, very hard, if I had to guess. Friday, Bethany is at home versus the 2A school Jones. Jones is off to a hot start, 2-0 on their season, including a 50-point victory at Luther, 56-6 in week 0. So they're going to try to ride their high momentum coming into Bethany, Oklahoma, but they're going to have a tough match with the Broncos because the Broncos are playing very well themselves. Bethany High School football is 1-0 right now, coming off of the bye week. They had a 21-13 win at Noble. Coming after this, it is all the way football, all the way until September, folks. Jones, Shiloh Christian, then Chickasha after that, kicking off district. So Bethany is getting right back into it. No more bye weeks. It's football from here on out in Bethany, Oklahoma. The school I follow, Tuttle High School, is also playing Friday. Tuttle is, get this, at Noble. So if you didn't see enough of them at that Bethany game, week 0, Tuttle's going out there. Now, Tuttle, a 4A school like Bethany, getting the cross-class matchup, if you will, 4A versus 5A. Noble is not a bad team, but looking at this game, a 2-0 Tuttle team that has put up more than 30 points in both of their first 2 wins, winning in pretty dominant fashions. I would not expect this game to go the way of Noble, to be honest with you folks. I'm expecting Tuttle to march in there and walk out with the victory, because I got to tell you, I am done giving other teams credit. I tried to give Guthrie credit, they lost. I tried to give Newcastle credit, they lost bad. So I'm done giving credit to all the opponents. Tuttle's going to march in there Friday and walk out with a win. There is no doubt in my mind. And I'm sorry for any Noble fans that are listening to the show today. But that's just my professional opinion, right? I'm sports expert, as we were talking about. Professional opinion. Professional. But football is not the only thing going on this weekend, of course. Tomorrow, Bethany High School softball is out at Clinton, and Bethany volleyball is over at Crossings. I think they're just school. I don't think you technically say high school. They're at Crossing Christian School, just up the road here. So I'll be at the volleyball game. Bethany volleyball coming off a loss against Mount St. Mary. Unfortunately, they lost in straight sets to the defending 5A state champions, the Rockets. So, Daniel, in sports, and I'm sure you know this as well as anybody, there are such things as good losses, bad losses, good wins, and bad wins. That volleyball game against Mount St. Mary's was just about the perfect definition of a good loss. Yes, it was straight sets. Yes, it snapped a 15-game win streak. But volleyball did not come out of the gate playing their best, and they still pushed Mount St. Mary's to very close sets in set 2 and set 3. They lost 25-23 in set 2. Set 3 was a little bit wider, but I think it only ended up something around 25-18, 25-20. For this volleyball team to come out, not have their best stuff, and still play hard all the way to the end and keep putting the pressure on, again, defending 5A state champion Rockets, I'd say volleyball has a pretty good loss to take away from, and there's still stuff they can build on because they got another great day out of Skylar Brady. But they also got a pretty good day, and I have it in my notes here, if I can pull it up, out of Emma Saylor again in the front court. They had some great, and I mean great, net defense later on in that game from Kiara O'Hearn. And I want to say, make sure I've got my names right here. Very professional, right, as I always say. I believe they got it from number 6, Bella Huckabee, number 14, Kiara O'Hearn, and the last player I was going to mention was number 3 and number 1, Maya McFall and Callie Golikers, with some incredible digs to keep rallies alive. So that was what volleyball was looking at. Tough loss, but a good loss. And I expect them to come back at crossings and get back in the win column. Now, same thing for softball, kind of. So, okay, Bethany softball, with all that weather that came in earlier this week, got their game canceled or rescheduled, I think just technically postponed. They had Woodward on Monday, but there was some storms that blew in. There was lightning around the field. I think they were in a tornado warning at some point because that's just the kind of week we've had in western Oklahoma, and they got that rescheduled. They were winning in the third, but I believe it was only 1-0. Like, it wasn't much, so they weren't super deep into that game. But coming back here against Clinton, Clinton is not a great softball team right now. Just got to tell it how it is sometimes. I expect softball to get back in the win column there moving into next week. And Daniel, I was talking to the softball coach, Booker Blakely, earlier today, and I got to tell you this. They are in a stretch of the schedule where they play 10 games in 14 days. They almost have a game every single day, pretty much. Absolutely ridiculous. Talk about a marathon.
Well, that could keep you busy if you did every game, huh?
Tell me about it. But unfortunately, most of those are away, and most of those are pretty far away. No.
And, we do away games, so we're not opposed to doing away games. But just sometimes the way things are situated, it's just hard to get away and do every game. But we do away games, and we'll be doing basketball away games this year, whereas we didn't get to do very many last year. We're going to do away basketball games, and we are going to try to support Bethany as much as we possibly can and do other games around the area and really enjoy the world of sports. By the way, for a fan like me that's not a professional and I'm not an expert, a loss is a loss to me. It's not a good loss. It's always a bad loss because they didn't win. But I understand what you're saying. They probably learned from this, and a wake-up call with the playoffs. And don't they start entering the playoffs in October? I mean, we're about a month away from the playoffs, aren't we?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, going into October, I think they'll start, or they'll get to state like early November or something like that. Maybe I might have that wrong. It might be late October, but yeah, it's coming up quick.
Yeah, it's they won the state championship last year, and hopefully they can do that this year. And hopefully Bethany softball can go win it all in softball as well. They've got a couple of good pitchers, and it's just, I guess we've talked about it before, it's just finishing at the end of the game and getting those runs across with people on base. So I guess that's been the biggest issue with Bethany softball.
Right, I would agree with you there. It's the batting with runners in scoring position is something I've noticed a lot. Yes, they have also given up a lot of comebacks. Next week, softball plays Monday and Tuesday back-to-back. They are in Elk City on Monday. Don't think I'm going to be making it out for that one, unfortunately. But that Tuesday game is at home versus Bishop McGuinness, so I will be out there. I will be covering softball versus Bishop McGuinness next Tuesday on the 16th. And then from there, I think the schedule kind of gets back to flip-flopping with volleyball like it has been. So there's your little look at the high school sports coming up on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk. Of course, you can catch all the action right here on the gospelstation.com scroll sports and talk. We've also got our alternate broadcast, the Gospel Station Sports and Spirit, which you can search in the search bar on live365.com. And two more, the Facebook, where we're live right now. Also, hi, Facebook. Gospel Station Sports and Talk is the page, and the YouTube GSN Sports and Talk, where we upload all the videos we do here and archive them. All right, that's my spiel. Daniel, you are out at Pearl Vision right now, saying hi to all the friendly staff out there and telling us a little bit about the frames and the lenses they have. I showed Facebook the glasses I wear. I show up to work in them pretty much every day. Do they have a lot of these smaller frames, thinner? Maybe they don't have frames on the bottom of the lenses like I have?
They have so many frames and so many options to choose from, and that's what's so nice about Pearl Vision. You can walk through here and choose from different, different styles, different selections, girls and boys, men and women, children. They've got all kind of glasses, and again, a lot of these glasses you wouldn't know if it's a woman's pair of glasses or men's pair of glasses, but great glasses. I like the colors and I like their variety they have here. But yes, all kind of glasses here at Pearl Vision, Rayburn, Oakley, Vogue, Coach, so many more. And we want to remind you again, 40% off lenses with a frame purchase right here at Pearl Vision, 1244 Northwest 10th in Yukon. You can give them a call at 405-265-7775. They'll fit you in glasses. If say you get your glasses and you go home and about a week later you notice your ear is getting sore, you can come back into Pearl Vision and they will help you with the glasses to make sure that if there's a fit problem, they're going to fix it. They're going to do whatever they can to make sure that you're fitted in a pair of glasses right here at Pearl Vision, right here in Yukon. It's locally owned and operated. I can't emphasize that enough, how important that is. They're very professional, but very friendly, laid back, but very structured. That's a great place to come. I know Tori, the owner, and just real business, but real friendly. You really like the all different colors. I really like these two-tone colors. It's kind of a light clear blue with black earpiece. All different kind of glasses, all different kind of shapes, all different kind of variety things on glasses here at Pearl Vision. Nobody cares more about eyes than Pearl Vision and caring about you. And you will find that. Here's the glasses called the Icons. That's a pretty good pair of glasses.
That's you, Daniel.
Again, what's that?
That's you, Daniel, the Icon.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I try to get a little stylish every once in a while. Well, these I have now, that I have on now. Somebody told me I look like a cartoon character they know. And so it's like, well, all right, that's the goal I was headed for. But I've not gotten any things like these before, but I'll probably change them. I'm fixing to change my glasses pretty soon. But not because I look like a cartoon character, but, but it works real well, all kind of selections. And I really like the different colors they have here. That's one thing and all the shapes and different sizes and from wired frames to plastics to all type of glasses right here. And children's glasses, sunglasses, and don't forget you can get prescription sunglasses as well. Hidden bifocals, they can do that for you. All kind of things they can get here for you at Pearl Vision, 1244 for Northwest 10th here in Yukon. And of course, they also have a Pearl Vision in Midwest City. We'll be there in a few weeks. And they also, the same owner owns Smoothie King, and we're going to be there here real soon. I'm fixing to head up that way, up I-40 to Smoothie King at Southwest 3rd in MacArthur, and we'll be there. But that's where we're at right now, Luke. We're at Pearl Vision. Come on out. They're open until 6:30. Great friendly service, and they will fit you in a pair of glasses. Bring in your prescription. And see, Luke, I have to think real hard not to say subscription. Prescription. So see how extra hard I have to think? It's a challenge, brother. It's a challenge. But
He's the icon.
Luke, what?
He's the icon. No one does it quite like Daniel.
Well, I'll go ahead and send it back to you. And we're at Pearl Vision. They're open until 6:30 tonight and open again at 9:30 in the morning. Come on by Pearl Vision, 1244 Northwest 10th, right here in this big shopping center. Plenty of parking spaces. Come on by. Luke?
All right, and I will take it back. Yeah, my glasses aren't fancy enough to turn into sunglasses. That's that icon mentality Daniel has, I'm telling you. Hey, we're going up onto a break here. One more segment before we hit the halfway point of this special 2-hour show. Stick around. You're not going to want to miss the second hour, but we've got one more talk segment here coming right after this break.
John Campbell is your local health market agent that specializes in Medicare. Instead of talking through an 800 number, talk face-to-face with your local agent, John Campbell, to answer all your questions and find the company that best fits your needs. John Campbell Health Market serves Yukon, Bethany, and the surrounding area and will travel across the state of Oklahoma to meet with you. Call John Campbell Health Markets at 405-200-8414. Call 405-200-8414. Grandview Windows and Doors is a proud sponsor of the Bethany Broncos and a part of the community serving all of Oklahoma City area with a mission to provide our customers exceptional window and door solutions. Locally owned and operated, Grandview Windows and Doors is your window and door specialist. Drop on by our showroom to get the latest color, styles, and special pricing just in time for the fall. Call 405-787-0230 and visit us on Facebook, Grandview Windows and Doors.
Stan's Plumbing is your locally owned, full-service, licensed, and bonded plumbing company, proudly serving the Oklahoma City Metro for over 30 years. Stan's provides all types of plumbing services like faucet and toilet repairs, sewer repair, and trenchless pipe replacement, water heater repair and installation, both tank and tankless, plus drain cleaning and jetting. All plumbers arrive with fully stocked trucks and can resolve your plumbing problems in a timely manner. Since 1988, Stan's Plumbing has held itself to a higher standard in plumbing. Call 405-721-5100 to schedule your appointment. Stan's Plumbing, Valley Service in a dirty business. 405-721-5100. When technology has you screaming at the office, call Simplify Tech Solutions at 405-981-1011. Located at 4221 North MacArthur Boulevard, Simplify Tech Solutions features IT management, business phone systems, manages Wi-Fi, and offers repair and support. Simplify your Wi-Fi before the emotional breakdown by calling Simplify Tech Solutions. Locally owned and operated at 405-981-1011. 405-981-1011. Simplify Tech Solutions.
Beards Etc. at 6636 Northwest 39th, Suite 102 in Bethany is your stop for beard trim and haircuts. Getting a 5-star review from their clients. Excellent professional barbers with a passion for exceptional. Beards Etc. in Bethany. Call for your appointment at 405-430-9706. Locally owned and operated. You can tell the difference at Beards Etc. 405-430-9706.
Yo, what's up, guys? My name is Riley, owner here at Victory Mattress Outlet, and my job is to help individuals get a quality night's sleep on our name brand mattresses for prices they can't afford. I have a great offer for you right now. If you go to this website, victorymattressoutlet.com/win, W-I-N, fill that form out, and you got a free coupon for a buy one mattress, get one 50% off. We look forward to seeing you. Have a great day.
And we are back here on segment number 3 of this game plan episode. I'm live from the studio in Oklahoma City. Daniel is out at Pearl Vision in Yukon. We're about to hear a little bit more from him. I hear he's got an interview here for this final segment of the first hour. After this, we're going to send it to a little bit of a break, cut things off nice and clean, but the live stream and the online stream aren't going anywhere, so stick around. But listen to Daniel. Daniel, you've got an interview out there?
Well, I tell you what, one of the great employees here just helped me feel better knowing I had to struggle not to say subscription instead of prescription. And he told me some people have to go get a Cadillac conversion. But anyway, I'm talking with Mike. Mike, tell us about Pearl Vision and what kind of fun things customers just told you.
Well, now, first of all, it was a Cadillac surgery, and they also tell me they have assurance, and I know they mean cataracts and insurance. But
And subscription, you know, it's prescription.
absolutely.
See, he knows all the terminology. This is an expert here. Mike, tell us about Pearl Vision.
Pearl Vision is a great place. We sell glasses and contacts. Some of our best glasses, we have the high-end like Gucci and Versace. My favorites, though, are our cheapest ones. The Spheroflex and Pearl Vision brands, you might be ditching a designer name, but you're getting a really good quality frame, and I have to adjust those less than any of the others. Mine have lasted me 2.5 years, and I haven't had to have anything done to them.
And you know, I want to mention somebody has come in here, and for some reason they have a sore ear in a couple of weeks. They can come back and see you, can't they?
Absolutely. If you got your glasses here, we're going to take care of you for the life of your glasses as long as you make those last. And if you need a screw replaced, nose pads, anything like that, you just swing on back by and we take care of you. I understand they get tight, they get loose, everything in between. They get crooked. We're going to fix that for you.
Very good. You know, Luke, we ought to get him on commercials. He does pretty good. Is there anything that you want to add? Now, you've got some glasses sitting here. Looks like people's orders came in. You're getting them ready. Is that right?
No, these are actually new frames. They just came in, and this cabinet has been kind of empty. It's the ones I was talking about, the Pearl Vision and Spheroflex, our lowest price ones that I love so much. They are great frames, and they come in a variety of styles, and every time they come out with new ones, it seems like they're kind of trying to one-up the designers and get a better style.
Oh, very good. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Well, Mike, thanks for talking with us and y'all having us out here. Any kind of other words you want to tell about Pearl Vision, all your experts working out here, all the people? Just a great, friendly customer service here.
Well, yes, absolutely. And we take all kinds of insurance. IMED and VSP are the two most popular. We also take several United Healthcare plans. We take, it's just too numerous to mention. But you just call us if you don't know if we take your insurance, and we will let you know if that's something we're in network with.
Well, very good. Mike, thank you for talking with us. And I dropped my paper and it's clear underneath the counter. But that's all right. We're at 1244 Northwest 10th, right here in Yukon at Pearl Vision. And I'm going to begin to head to Smoothie King down the highway. And Pearl Vision is open till 6:30, open at 9:30 tomorrow. Now, you're open on Saturday. Are you open on Sunday here?
We are not open on Sundays. That is our family days.
Yeah, I like that. Family days for sure. And you meet the owner here, and you know he treats employees like their family. Very family oriented, very nice people. Locally owned and operated, caring for you and your eyes here at Pearl Vision. Can you think of a good slogan to say, Mike?
Oh, I really can't.
Well, I can. No one cares more about eyes than Pearl Vision, but I read that one off a wall. But very good stuff. Well, Luke, I'm going to send it back to you. We are here at Pearl Vision. Come and look at the great selection here and everything they have in here. They're open until 6:30, open 9:30 tomorrow morning. And, of course, they're open on Friday and Saturday, and they can help you. And don't forget your AI glasses. You can help the refs on instant replay of your own at every high school football game or college. And our college refs need some help too. But thank you for listening. And we're going to be on our way down to Smoothie King. And we appreciate being here at Pearl Vision. Back to you, Luke.
All right, Daniel, I will hear from you again down at Smoothie King. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for all you're doing. Yeah, I've known a few umpires that might could use some AI glasses, I think. Just a quick check. Hey, Meta, did that ball clip the corner? Did that ball find the zone? I've known a few umpires that might be able to use that. So, yeah, that's Pearl Vision out in Yukon. Great company. Hey, when we come back here with a little bit of sports talk before we go to another break, there's some breaking news that came at me earlier today. You're going to want to hear this, and I'm sure we'll talk about this on hour number 2. But the Chicago legend himself, Anthony Rizzo, has announced his retirement after 14 years in the league. He was drafted by the Boston Red Sox in the 6th round of the 2007 MLB June Amateur Draft from Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School out in Florida. And since then, he's gone on to, and I'm going to read off a nice little list here, win a World Series, win the Silver Slugger, win the Roberto Clemente, Humanitarian Award, He's got a platinum glove. He's got 4 gold gloves, and he was an all-star 3 times. That's quite the resume. Over his career, he's hit over 300 home runs, over 1,600 hits, with a batting average of 261, and he was only 35 RBIs away from hitting the 1,000 RBI mark in his career. So, great career from Anthony Rizzo. A little bit sad to see him go. He's someone that has been in the league for a long time now, again, since 2011. And although he played for New York these past couple of years, and I hate the Yankees, I got to give my props to Anthony Rizzo, okay? That's a pretty good dude. Very likable guy, and you don't need to look much further than that Roberto Clemente award that speaks to that. He and Freddie Freeman, I know, are very good friends, so I'm sure Freddie is sad to see him go. They've had some pretty good highlights on the field facing each other at times. I think back to the one video of the rundown. If you know, you know. But, again, anybody that gets to say they won a World Series has just an incredible place in Major League Baseball history. Doesn't matter if you only got one or if you got 10 of them. If you won a World Series, that's an accomplishment not many people get to say they did. And Rizzo got his back in 2016. He gets to retire a Cub, by the way. That was the last big thing about this is he's going to sign, I believe, just a little one-day contract with the Cubs to retire a Chicago player, and he's going to join the team as an ambassador, which is pretty cool. So I feel like I've heard about that more and more as we've gone on, is players retiring from the leagues and going back and joining the team in some way. Even for my team, the Red Sox, Dustin Pedroia still hangs around the club. He and Veritek's a coach. They'll get on the field. Pedroia was back not too long ago talking to players during BP and the dugout I think before the game. So I always love to see and hear when baseball players, especially, wrap up their careers and they stay involved in the organizations they love. And I know Chicago is going to be very happy to have Anthony Rizzo. I'll have to run that one by my good friend Matt Gamblin and see what he thinks about that. I'm sure he's sad to see him go, but I'm sure he's glad he's hanging around. Let's see. It is, if I've got this right, this Saturday at Wrigley Field with the Cubs hosting the Rays is when they will honor Anthony Rizzo, and he will officially retire as a Cub. He will serve as ambassador for the organization. I don't know the exact title for that role. I just know ambassador. So keep up with it. I'm sure he'll do some great work on the office side of the baseball game. But yeah, I'm looking at his stats here, and he's got some pretty impressive stuff. I already mentioned the RBI total, very close to 1,000 careers. Over his career, he's hit, I mentioned it, 261 over 6,200 at-bats with a career WAR of 40.4. WAR stands for wins above replacement. It's basically a stat that totals how much better than the average player any given player was. And 40 is a pretty high number. He has a career OPS of 828 that is on base plus slugging. And the closer or the further above 1,000 you can get for that. The closer to or higher above, I'm still not saying it right, but you get my gist. That's a good number. That's a very good number. So, again, just sad he played for the Yankees these past few years. Just sad about that. So, all right, well, we are just about wrapped up with segment number 1. Daniel was out at Pearl Vision. He's headed to Smoothie King on Southwest 3rd Street, I believe, next. We are live both online on thegospelstation.com, Scroll Sports and Talk, but also on Facebook, Gospel Station Sports and Talk. That's the name of the page. All of our live streams are held here. Shows like this, talk shows, coaches shows, even occasionally the business tour and things like that. They all go right here on the Facebook, and then after that, they're put on the YouTube. So follow us on all our socials. You're not going to want to miss what we do, especially as we go and expand throughout the year. We get into the winter sports. We might start carrying some Putnam City North. Who knows? Who knows? We might start doing their basketball. Just things to keep an eye and an ear out for. So I'm going to go ahead and send it to break. When we come back, we'll get ready for segment number 2 and our special guest coming on the show for the second hour, getting ready to talk some football. And he better be ready because I saved both the NFL and college football talk for him. So we'll be back right after this break. You're listening to The Game Plan on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk.
Lilygrass Flowers and Decor is rooted in rich history dating back to 1979 in the precious memory of Flowers by Roy. Alicia Rankins and staff have carried the commitment to only offer the finest, unique floral arrangements with same-day delivery locally and nationally. What you envision, we make reality at Lilygrass Flowers and Decor, 7101 Northwest Expressway. Call Lilygrass Flowers and Decor at 721-1813 and begin a new memory.
Are you looking for some hair, some virgin hair, some extensions? Well, come to Alchemy Ming Virgin Hair and Boutique. We have moved to 10709 North Rockwell Avenue, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Suite D. Come and see all the styles from your best hairstylist, your favorite hairstylist, the award-winning hairstylist of the year, Jasmine J.G. Garrett Whitson.
Stephanie's Vintique and the Plaster Paint Company is all Oklahoma made at 3821 Asbury in Bethany, featuring vintage, chalk paint, antiques, clothing, vegan soaps and lotion, homemade cards, decor, and furniture. And space is available for rent to start your own business at Stephanie's Vintique and Plaster Paint Company. Call 405-249-3604 and see why people are coming from all over the metro for this paint and decor. Or you can visit us at theplasterpaintcompany.com and also see us on Facebook. Stephanie's Vintique and Plaster Paint Company in Bethany. Start your Vintique experience.
Apple Tree Antique Gallery sits in the heart of downtown Bethany at 6740 Northwest 39th Expressway and is the home of the Gotta Have It. With over 70 vendors and spacious shopping, always celebrating the third weekend of the month with special Apple Tree Antique Gallery is locally owned and operated with a hometown Bethany flavor and tradition. Call 495-0602 and check out the Gotta Have It Apple Tree Antique Gallery.
This is Blake Nightingale State Farm, your local insurance agent over at 7304 Northwest Expressway. Here to tell you more about the business is Blake himself.
Hi, my name is Blake Nightingale, State Farm insurance agent located at 7304 Northwest Expressway here in Oklahoma City. I've been a State Farm agent since 2018. We've got 5 licensed staff members here, and we do everything from auto, home, life insurance, and health insurance. And we're real passionate about helping people. And we love youth sports, and we sponsor a lot of local teams here. And so, like I always tell people, like a good neighbor, we're here to help you.
Just like you heard from Blake, Blake Nightingale State Farm is here to help you protect what's important to you because your car and home aren't just things. They're where you make your memories. Visit Blake and his friendly staff at 7304 Northwest Expressway and call them at 405-728-1313. Like a good neighbor, Blake Nightingale is there.
Well, hello, folks. We are here on, I guess, technically segment number 4, but segment number 2 of... Nope, still wrong. Segment number 1 of hour number 2. There we go. Got it right. Hey, this is the Game Plan live on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk and the Gospel Station Sports and Talk Facebook page. We are getting ready for another hour, 5 to 6, of pure sports talk here. Luke Young calling in from the studio in Oklahoma City as Daniel heads out to Smoothie King. All right, segment number 2. He's ready. Our special guest on the show is Mr. Nick Thomas. Well, this is what, your third time? What in the heck? What am I listening to? I don't know what's going on, folks. I don't know what any of that is. What do you have? Intro music? I'm sorry.
Hal loves being antagonistic. Just
What?
ignore him when he's mouthing off. Don't let him get under your skin.
What is going on? What in the world was any of that? That was so loud right in my ear. Oh, no. Okay, well. I'm sorry. Is he back? Are you back? What was any of that? We were supposed to be talking sports, not whatever any of that was. I don't know. Well, while he's coming back, I'll wait on him. We're talking football here on this segment. We're going to do both pro and college. Going to the end of the show, we've got a lot to talk about. Obviously, week 1 was over. Week 2 is coming back. And, of course, it is week 3 of college football now. Oklahoma got a nice win. We'll dig into it. I ask again, Nick, you there, buddy?
I'm here. Does everything sound better now?
Yeah, much better. What happened?
I'm not sure. I think I figured out what was going on. Small technical difficulty on my end. Nothing important. I figured it out. We're all good over here. I'm quite sorry about that.
Okay, good to hear. Good to hear. I thought you were giving yourself like intro music. I thought you had this whole thing planned out. I was
No,
so
I'm
confused.
sorry. Just small little technical thing on my end. I didn't realize I had something running in the background, and as soon as I turned on the Zoom call, for some reason Zoom connected to it. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. Okay, well, I'm happy you're finally here and joining the show. So again, we're live on Facebook, Gospel Station Sports and Talk. You can see me get a little bit of a behind-the-scenes view. But Nick, we're going to talk some football. Let's go ahead and save the big one for last. Let's talk about week 2 of college football. Our Oklahoma Sooners just got a big win against Michigan. I believed in them the whole way, but I know that some of the national guys were thinking Michigan was going to steal that one. Were you ever unconfident in Oklahoma?
I knew it was going to be a very tough game going into it. I knew we were going to have to fight tooth and nail, and I knew Michigan was one of those teams that always has amazing defensive pressure. And we came out the gates going very strong early on, and then I won't lie, when Mateer threw that threw that interception, I immediately sat there and was like, yes, here we go. Let's see how this goes now. But they kept it together, they held it together, they kept fighting, and they stayed in the game the whole time. And I'm very happy with how the team played out.
I was very happy with it too. I kind of thought the same thing. It's like, oh, that might have just given them like the chance to stay in this ball game, and that is not what we want. Because Brees Underwood is pretty talented. I'm gonna go.
Our quarters held him in.
Yeah,
9 for 24 for him. So I mean, we held him down pretty darn good the whole game.
He looked young, absolutely, against a pretty tough defense. Like we've seen that through 2 games now, one with Texas, Ohio State, and now with OU, Michigan. Like these young quarterbacks, they're talented, yes, but they're facing some pretty tough defenses.
Absolutely.
I'm going to go and pull up the box score for that Michigan game. For those who don't know, it was a 24-13 Oklahoma victory in Norman. College Game Day was out. It was this whole big deal. Trey Young came back down. He was the guest picker on College Game Day. Did pick the Sooners to win, to no one's surprise. Michigan scored all of their points in the third quarter, notably. Held to 0 through the entire first half, held to 0 in the fourth, which was something I really like to see because they were less. Yeah, make sure I've got my math right there. They were a touchdown and a 2-point conversion away from tying that game going into the fourth. And OU only got a field goal in the fourth, but it's like Nick just said, the defense showed up to play there. I was very impressed with especially the way that, I mean, you mentioned the cornerbacks, of course, but I was especially impressed with the way that Mateer was able to handle the pressure Michigan was bringing on the defensive side. Because, yeah, he had the 1 pick, but he also looked really comfortable rolling out of the pocket, throwing on the run. It seemed like he always had his look he was looking for, that he was never really stranded out there. And I think that goes both to his own maturity and to some of the work this wide receiver group is doing.
Yeah. Also, shout out to the coaches who just amazing game plan against Michigan, making sure we always had someone available for him to throw to, worst case scenario.
I saw, if I'm going through the scoring drives here, Deion Burks had a 9-yard touchdown. That was I think the 1 passing touchdown that Mateer had. He had 2 rushing touchdowns, which says a lot about his skill set. But Deion Burks is going to be around for a while. That kid's going to be good this entire year. I'm excited to see how he gets going later on even more. Now, Nick, go ahead.
7 receptions, 101 yards in the touchdown. He absolutely balled out this game, and hopefully that does continue on the rest of the season throughout.
Absolutely. Nick, one of the big storylines coming into this one was that Jaden Ott was going to be back in the backfield pretty consistently for Oklahoma, and we did get to see him a little bit. He had 4 carries for 9 yards, averaged 2.3. Sorry, I said that a little confusingly. 2.3 on them. He still didn't get the amount of work that someone like obviously Troy Blaylock was getting, Javonte Barnes, but they are slowly working him back into this fold. Are you okay with the amount of touches he got in this week 2 coming back? Are you okay with them slowly working him in, or do you want to see him getting more carries in the backfield?
I mean, I see no reason, especially in a game like this where we're playing it. We're trying to play it out, fill it out, see how everything's going. I ease him back in slowly. Let him get the reps in. Let him get some carries as he can. We have a very good running backs all around. I mean, Barnes and Blaylock both played very well this game. I just ease him back in slowly. See how we can get him feeling. See how he stretches out, plays out, and then as the season goes on, he will get more and more usage. I 100% believe that we'll start seeing him more and more as the season goes on.
I agree, because he was a big name coming to Oklahoma this year, transfer in. I believe he's a junior, I think is what it is, if I've got that right, but don't quote me on that. What was I going to say? I just completely lost my train of thought there. Professionals. I say it every show, professionals. But, yeah, OU has Temple next. It's not a tough matchup. They're not a power-ranked team. It's not another team like Michigan or what we've got in October. So I think they're going to keep doing exactly what Nick just said, working him through slowly, getting him his work, but not risking anything with Ott. So I really am not sure how much we can expect to see him in week 3. But at the same time, against a weaker opponent, do you maybe give him a little bit more touches and let him see more of the work? Let him carry the load a little bit further to get more used to doing it for this Oklahoma offense?
I believe. I mean, start the game slow, kind of see how everything's feeling, how the game starts out. But if we go out early like we should, if we go up early, then get him some more reps then. Let him carry the ball a bit more. See if we can start getting him a little bit more work on and off, and just let him play the game. Let him get some hoops in. See if we can get him really a good feel for the game and everything goes on.
Yeah. Oklahoma, again, I just mentioned it, but they've got Temple here. It goes, I believe it starts a little bit of stretch where Oklahoma doesn't have super tough opponents coming up. It really is that back half of the season we've got to watch out for here. Let's go ahead and pull up the Oklahoma schedule. If my computer would ever load, it doesn't look like it wants to.
We
Nick,
go against Temple, and then we go against Auburn, and then I'm not seeing anything for week 5.
that might be the bye.
That's what I was assuming, is that will probably be the Y, and then week 6 is Kent State. So the only thing we have to worry about for all the way through week 6 is Auburn, which could be a good game. They're ranked 24th right now, so we'll see how that one goes. But other than that, the rest of the games should be pretty simple.
Yep, I think so too. I mean, Auburn's one of those teams that you can't really count out. We've seen a lot of teams this year. Speaking of teams you can't count out, I just want to talk about this. How about the Bulls? That is crazy. 2-0 versus AP teams as a group of 5 team. That's ridiculous. I'm so happy they're succeeding. Will it come to an end this next week? Probably. But Nick, have you been having as much fun as I have watching some of these upsets between like Florida State and all these things that are going on?
Absolutely. A good upset story is always entertaining, especially when you're a crazy underdog, especially in a week where we had Ohio State blow out Grambling 70-0. Having good little underdog games along the way is definitely a very nice little taste of just fun and enjoyment along the way.
Right. Ohio State blowing out Grambling. Was it Notre Dame or Oregon or one of those? I think it was Oregon blowing out, a group of 5 team Oklahoma State, right? The weak team there. No.
69-3 against Oklahoma State, and then there was also 73-0 Alabama over UL Monroe.
Dude, Oklahoma State played like a group of 5 team. That was nuts.
That was a rough game. That was not. I tuned in and watched the highlights of that game, and there was not a lot of Oklahoma.
I was about to say, were there any highlights of that game? That was very, very rough. I was doing a show at Himador Mexican Grill right up the road, and one of the patrons that came in, I was live on air. She yelled from across the dining area, "OSU sucks!" And I just thought that was right after that game happened, so I just had to point that out because that was one of the funniest things I have ever heard. Mike Gundy definitely on the hot seat this year after Nick barely keeping his job last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
he is definitely. He better come out this week with a much better outing. But if not, I don't see him making it much further into next year.
Oklahoma State's schedule coming up consists of Tulsa and Baylor for the next 2 weeks. Then starting October, they've got Arizona. They've got, of course, the Big 12 stuff later on in October. But for a little bit longer, they've got some teams they can beat. But yeah, they're going to need one of those like notable, okay, that is a good win for Oklahoma State if they want to maintain any sort of relevance, if Gundy wants to even have a chance at keeping his job. But speaking of keeping jobs, just a hint at what we're going to talk about later, the Dolphins, their head
Didn't have a
coach
board operator, so Luke is there, and I'm coming out.
Oh,
But
I
no
hear Daniel.
Facebook Live or anything.
Daniel, you're here. I hear you.
Yes, I am. I guess I turned off mute before I should have, huh?
No, it's all right. It's all right. I'm just happy to hear you made it safely. So, where are you at now, Daniel?
I did. I was listening to all that weird stuff in the beginning. I'm thinking, well, there's a nice song on. That's really nice. But hey, before I stop at Smoothie King, I came by our good friends at Fresh Clips. Fresh Clips, of course, locally owned and operated right here, right on Southwest 3rd and MacArthur. It's the first group of shops. Of course, this is a big shop. I call it the Island Shopping Center. I mean, it's so many businesses here. But right when you come in, it's right next to Smoothie King, and this is Fresh Clips, locally owned and operated. Great place to be. And I'm looking here, a sign that says, welcome. Child haircuts, 15, adult cuts, 20, beard and neck trim, $8, shampoo, facial wax, colors, perms, consultant style. They'll help you. And right here at Fresh Clips. Now, Fresh Clips. And now I want to tell you they're also hiring someone. They have a chair available. And this is to rent. That's our hourly. Come on in. Fresh Clips. They stay busy. The customer just walked in, and it's after 5 o'clock. 5:14 right now. So come on into Fresh Clips. See, my brain does that. I keep wanting to say something different. I was at Pearl Vision earlier, and I want to say subscription instead of prescription. So that's what happens sometimes, on the radio. But we're right here. Come on by here. You need a haircut. Come on by. They've got all kind of specials, all kind of neat things. If you got a beard, they'll do that. Any kind of thing you need, they got it right here at Fresh Clips. Right here. You open till 6 o'clock every day, Monday through Friday. Then Saturday open what? 9 to 5. On Fridays, they're here till 8 o'clock. So you going out on that big night, you want a haircut, they'll stay here for you and cut your hair right now. Whatever, anything that you need, right here at Fresh Clips, right off MacArthur and Southwest 3rd. They've got product. They've got just a really nice, friendly place. Come on by. Now, I'm going to head on over to Smoothie King, but I want to come by and see our friends here at Fresh Clips. Come on by. Now, they help sponsor Bethany High School sports. We're going to have a show here real soon, and we'll have it on Facebook Live and our YouTube channel, and you can see how nice these people are. You've probably already seen them on Facebook Live, but come on in and enjoy yourself right here at Fresh Clips. And we'll see you ladies after a while.
Thank you.
Thanks. Y'all have a good one. And that's another locally owned and operated shop right here in Oklahoma City. And now we are walking into Smoothie King. And now I just have noticed, Luke, right now they have a thing called Hearty 8-grain loaded toast. You ought to see this. Now, this is where you need to have Facebook Live. You see this toast with all of this stuff. Now, that looks healthy. It's grain, wheat. It looks a Hearty 8-grain loaded toast. Really nice right here at Smoothie King, right here on, let's see here. It is 5921 Southwest 3rd Street right here in Fresh Clips. And you'll enjoy it right here at Smoothie King. I guess that's it, Luke. There's a whole lot of stuff to do. Want to encourage you to rule the day. That's what you do here. You can get up every morning. Now, they're open at 7 a.m. You can start your day off by ruling the day right here at Smoothie King, right here on Southwest 3rd. Luke, back to you, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. Rule the day with Smoothie King. I've heard those avocado spreads are pretty good. I have to try some of that sometime. But, hey, we're coming up on our first break here on hour number 2 of the game plan. Did a little bit of talking about college sports, covered the 2 OU teams. Well, I mean, there's more, but the 2 major OU teams. We'll talk about NFL when we come back, and that's going to dominate the majority of the next couple segments because we have got a lot to talk about, folks. We'll be back on the game plan right after this.
If you're hankering for some real Oklahoma barbecue, then get yourself on over to Earl's Rib Palace at 6816 Northwestern in Oklahoma City. They have the ribs, chicken, turkey, sides, and the cobblers that will send your taste buds on a hoot. No, you need catering or planning your tailgating, Earl's Rib Palace will get you set up. Dine in with friendly customer service or carry out. You're going to savor Earl's Rib Palace. I reckon I ought to give you their phone number. It's 405-843-9922. Making mouth-watering barbecue since 1996. Earl's Rib Palace.
Do it best at Evans Hardware. Since 1965, Evans Hardware has provided Midwest City with top-quality home improvement supplies and a one-of-a-kind shopping experience. At 1021 South Douglas Boulevard, Evans Hardware is family-owned and has the right products for every situation, including DIY projects, professional contracting, or quick fixes. Their satisfaction guarantee and quick turnarounds mean you'll always find what you need. So visit Evans Hardware in Midwest City.
Or call 405-732-1898. That's 405-732-1898.
Evans Hardware in Midwest City.
If you're hankering for some real Oklahoma barbecue, then get yourself on over to Earl's Rib Palace at 6816 Northwestern in Oklahoma City. They have the ribs, chicken, turkey, sides, and the cobblers that will send your taste buds on a hoot. No, you need catering or planning your tailgating, Earl's Rib Palace will get you set up. Dine in with friendly customer service or carry out. You're going to savor Earl's Rib Palace. I reckon I ought to give you their phone number. It's 405-843-9922. Making mouth-watering barbecue since 1996. Earl's Rib Palace. C&J Sporting Goods at 6604 Northwest 38th Street has been serving Bethany and the Metro for over 30 years with 3 generations ready to serve you with the best shopping experience of product knowledge and customer service anywhere with a wide selection of guns, ammo, ear and eye protection, law enforcement equipment, hunting, camping, and survival gear. If they don't have it, they will order it for you. Veteran owned and family operated. Call 405-789-8102. C&J Sporting Goods.
This is Blake Nightingale State Farm, your local insurance agent over at 7304 Northwest Expressway. Here to tell you more about the business is Blake himself.
Hi, my name is Blake Nightingale, State Farm insurance agent located at 7304 Northwest Expressway here in Oklahoma City. I've been a State Farm agent since 2018. We've got 5 licensed staff members here, and we do everything from auto, home, life insurance, and health insurance. And we're real passionate about helping people. And we love youth sports, and we sponsor a lot of local teams here. And so, like I always tell people, like a good neighbor, we're here to help you.
Just like you heard from Blake, Blake Nightingale State Farm is here to help you protect what's important to you because your car and home aren't just things. They're where you make your memories. Visit Blake and his friendly staff at 7304 Northwest Expressway and call them at 405-728-1313. Like a good neighbor, Blake Nightingale is there.
Hey folks, we are back here on the next segment of our 2-hour-long show. More sports talk coming right at you here on the game plan. Before we get back into it, Daniel is down at Smoothie King on Southwest 3rd. I think he's going to try a bit of that loaded toast. Daniel, have you gotten a piece of it yet? Have you gotten to try it?
No, I haven't. It's something I'm really looking at. It looks really, really good. We are at Smoothie King, 5921 Southwest 3rd. It's right off MacArthur and Southwest 3rd in this large shopping center. It's the first shops you see when you turn on the Southwest 3rd. Smoothie King is right here waiting for you. Now they have a drive-through window here too. You can order, come by, and get that rule of the day. You can start your day off with Smoothie King, and when you rule your day, you can get a loaded toast. That looks so good. The one with the avocado looks good, but also the chocolate hazelnut. 11 grams of protein, and then the peanut butter, 13 grams of protein. Get that in the Smoothie King smoothie, and you have got yourself a breakfast right here. Or you can got yourself a meal the whole day. I mean, it is just healthy stuff. Looking at their menu, they've got smoothie bowls, which is always popular. And they've got some grab-it-and-go protein boxes as well. Now, they've got some new things I didn't see the last, well, I mean, I haven't been here for a little bit, but that, get the load of this loaded toast looks delicious. It really does. But on the menu, you've got the GLP-1 support, the Get Fit smoothies, the Manage Weight smoothies, the Be Well smoothies, Feel Energized, Energy Treat smoothies. And I wonder if you can fit a little bit of all of it in one, because I want smoothie bowls. I want support. I want Get Fit smoothies and Manage Weight and and feel energized. Well, I feel pretty energized all the time anyway, but I wouldn't mind more. Be Well smoothies, all kind of smoothies. Now, I'm walking over here to this handwritten sign. It says, what to add to a smooth-tastic boost to your smoothie. Ask about the enhanced combos. Buy 2 enhancers, get 1 free. Energy combo, energy boost, multivitamin, diet down, all gut health. That's what I need. Download a Smoothie King to beat the line with order ahead and earn rewards with every purchase. It's Smoothie King. And, coming up on Friday is you can upsize Friday for every a smoothie, 60% more of what you love. A 32-ounce smoothie for the price of a 20-ounce. That's every Friday. I think you've talked about that before, Luke. All kind of deal. And the teaser, pick from your patch. The pumpkin is back. Deliciously crafted 100% organic pumpkin. Power Meal Pumpkin, Delight Pumpkin, Slim and Trim Pumpkin, Vegan Pumpkin, and Coffee High Protein Pumpkin right here at Smoothie King. Rule the day. It's in your hands. You can come in here and get you a smoothie. They open at 7 every morning, I believe. And then they're open till, 9 o'clock in the evening? 9 o'clock in the evening. So you've got a good 14 hours to rule the day. Come by Smoothie King. Great stuff. Locally owned and operated. You're going to like it. It's great stuff. And I'm telling you, I keep putting my eyes on that, the toast, gluten-free, dairy-free, guilt-free. Luke, I never feel guilty when I eat, unfortunately. But anyway, great stuff. And they've got gift cards, too. You can start giving right there. And it's healthy. They've also got bags of so many things here that you can get right here at Smoothie King. Come on by. I'm telling you, you're going to have to try this toast and a smoothie, and you'll have you a nice meal there. Delicious loaded toast and treat smoothie combo for only $9.99. Not bad, Luke. You can get a smoothie and the loaded toast for $9.99. That sounds pretty tempting. What do you think, Luke?
It does sound pretty tempting. Okay, I've been making some toast in the morning sometimes, so that does sound pretty good to me. But I've had Smoothie King before, so to all the people listening, it's got my personal, recommendation. I do like Smoothie King. Nick, I've got some bad news.
We had a coaches show here.
We did,
a coaches show with the volleyball girls. I'm trying to think, how'd you fit all that in here? That I'm sitting here looking, but they've got room in here. But that was, I think, there was over almost 2,000 people viewed that coaches show right here at Smoothie King, Luke.
Yeah, it was a great coaches show with Bethany High Volleyball. I had a lot of fun doing that, and it took some setting up. I'll admit it took some setting up, but we did get it done. Okay, Nick, I've got some bad news. I just got the news. The Athletics just walked off my Red Sox in the 9th inning. Chapman's ERA is back over 1. They got 2 hits off of him and scored a run. No!
Oh, Chapman having such a good season, too.
To the Athletics,
man. For him. To the A. Hey, the A's are a good young team. I think they can be one of those teams that maybe takes a little jump next year, but that's for next year. That's for next season.
They've got that young talent. That is for sure. But, yeah, looking at this, Chapman came in the 9th trying to close it out. He looked like 2 batters, maybe. He might have gotten an out, so he might have faced 3, but he gave up 2 hits and a run. It was earned, and they walked us off. Mm-hmm. Man, he was going into September, he had the second lowest ERA in league history or something crazy like that. The year Chapman has been having has been ridiculous.
0.98 ERA until that. Now it'll probably be around, probably a 1.04.
It is sitting at 1.14. You're close.
Mm.
I can't believe we let the 67-win Athletics walk us off. Hey, but speaking of baseball, we're getting close to the end of this month. That means regular season is almost over. Nick, taking a look at the divisional standings, Seattle is only a game back of Houston in the West, and Texas is only 2 games back of Houston themselves. Are we going to see a new champion in the AL West?
No, especially not to Seattle. if we do, for anyone who's unaware, Luke's brother is a large Seattle Mariner fan, and I talk a lot of smack back and forth with him as I am a Houston fan. He will never let me hear the end of it.
That's probably pretty true. I believe that. You probably wouldn't. Right, you've got to be close, man. They're very close. Both Seattle and Texas are on a 4-game win streak. Houston has dropped their last 2, 3-7 in the last 10. They are right there. I mean, you've got to be careful, my brother.
I know. Houston just, the only thing that I see the Astros losing out the division is just because they cannot stay healthy. Everyone keeps getting hurt all season. It's just been a comedy of errors of injured player, injured player, injury, injured player, over and over. It's hard, it's tough, but honestly, if this is just the year that we fall off because we just can't stay healthy, it's unfortunate, but this would be the year where it happens. But that being said, I can also see the Rangers just swept the Brewers. We just swept possibly the best team in baseball. I would also just as much likely say that the Rangers catch up to the Mariners and the Mariners fall out of the playoffs. This division is just so tight. It's all within. The Rangers are 3 games from first place right now, and they're sitting in 3rd right now. It's right there for anyone to take.
It's very close. And the good thing about this close race is that each team kind of controls their own destiny right now. Because I'm looking at the schedule. Houston has Texas from the 15th through the 17th, and then Seattle from the 19th to the 21st. Like, you are going to get this last month matchup with both of them that decides who is going to be the champion, pretty much. So with all the injuries, Houston still controls their own fate. They are still in control for now.
Seattle plays the Cardinals coming up, and all I can say is, let's go Birds.
Let's go Birds. Okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I hate that works in 2 different ways. Hey, Garcia was just placed on the IL 2 starts after his 28th month absence. It's Luis Garcia's elbow is flaring up. I mean, you just keep mentioning, man. That's exactly what Nick is talking about. The Astros cannot stay healthy. Do you have any guesses as to what it is about this team that is getting them injured so much? Because it seems to me to be a lot of pitching.
It's age. Everyone's just progressively getting older. Everyone's up in the air right now. I mean, it's so unfortunate, but we have a lot of older players. A lot of just catching up, and then Baker just likes to have his pitchers go out. They pitch a long time. They have lots of outings. It's just unfortunate with the play style. All these pitchers go out. They play hard. They play long, and injuries after injuries. It just starts stacking up. It might be time for a new trainer. It might be time for a new medical staff. It might just be that something's going on in the locker room, but it's just unfortunate. That's just injury after injury right now.
And Texas kind of had that too. Evaldi was placed on the IL not too long ago. That was a big loss, out for the rest of the year, I'm pretty sure. They're still battling, but all these teams are kind of in the spot where they're so close they can take it, but they've got to get over that hump, right? They've still got to find a way to get the win that gets them there. And it seems, especially for Seattle and especially for Texas, that they just haven't been able to find that yet. Houston, at least, coming off the World Series, right? You guys have found a way to get over that hump when it gets difficult and to still find these late season wins. Texas has their own World Series now, but it still seems like they're struggling to do that consistently. I wonder how much Texas has left in the tank through this last month. Let's see.
I mean, we're 7-3 in our last 10. We have, again, some tough opponents with both. I believe we do play Houston, and then after that, I'm not quite sure who we play after that. I believe it's the Mets.
I am looking at your
and then
schedule.
play the Astros and then the Marlins.
I am looking at your schedule here.
Comes down to it.
Yeah, Mets, Astros, Marlins, Twins, Guardians.
Okay, beatable teams. The only things that are the biggest threat is the Astros right now and the Mets. The Mets are a solid team, but they're inconsistent as well. And then the Astros are the Astros. If we can just, that's a tough game for me to come back and forth on, and I hope the series just splits so they both just kind of come out of there even. Tough series, and then Cleveland, another very good team, but we'll see how that one goes. Texas just has to find consistency. It's all they've had to do all season is what they've struggled with.
Cleveland is on a fall off. If there's any team they should beat, it should be Miami and Cleveland, in my opinion. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. That's about all the baseball I want to talk about because we do still have football and we will be running out of time very shortly. So before we go to break and before I send it back to Daniel, Nick, let's look at this upcoming week number 2 and get some quick thoughts on it before we review week 1. The leadoff game this week is Washington at Green Bay. Is this looking like another Packers victory, or does Washington keep the win streak going?
I mean, the Packers are being led by now an amazing offseason defensive piece with Micah Parsons to lead their defense, and he looked really good last week. He's probably going to look good this week. He has experience chasing down Jaden Daniels, of course. So hopefully he goes out there and they play really well. I'm wanting the Packers to win this. I think they're very good. I think they looked really good last week. They surprised me with just how good they looked. But it also comes down to Washington looked pretty okay last week. They looked good. They had their moments up and down. But it'll come down to just this will be the true test because this will let us know if last week was that Detroit's fallen off that bad or if the Packers are just really that good.
Yep. Speaking of Detroit and falling off, Chicago fell off hard in the fourth quarter, the Bears did, and now Chicago travels to Detroit to get this next matchup going. That is at 12 p.m. on Sunday, part of that opening slate, the Bears at the Lions. Do you think Chicago's again, or is Detroit going to bounce back?
Ben Johnson's return home, I guess. It's going to be a very good game. I think the Bears pull it together and win this. The whole situation with the Bears right now is just that they're trying to run so much play action, but DeAndre Swift, bless him, that man cannot run in a straight line. He has to take 20 side steps before he finally goes forward ever. And if they want to run play action, he has to be able to run the ball forward. It'll all come down to just how much Detroit actually really commits to him, and if not, then this will be hopefully a decent win for the Lions then, and they can start getting, if they do win this game, hopefully they can start getting it together and they can go on a little run. I do like Detroit. I do like the hype of that team. Hopefully they can pull it all together as well, but I'm leaning towards Bears for this game. I think this is where Caleb Williams falls out a little bit and they have a pretty good little game here.
I said that in week 1 and I was proven wrong, as my fantasy team also reflects, but that's neither here nor there. 2 other games I want to talk about. NFC East matchup, New York is at Dallas. Dallas should win this one against a New York team, but you never know with this Cowboys team. And
I mean, if they have Russell Wilson back there at QB, it shouldn't be much of a struggle. That man did not look like he should still be playing last week. So, Cowboys defense surprised me. They looked really good last week. I mean, with everything like that, they I don't know if you saw it, there was a stat that they didn't play a single down of man coverage that entire game. They only played zone against the Eagles.
I actually did not notice that.
Yeah, I mean, the Eagles are the best team against man coverage, so it makes sense that you just don't play against them, and it worked. That's what Jalen Hurts had to do. They had everything covered up high, and they had to throw everything down low over and over.
Yep,
Russell Wilson's holdback is that all he can do at this point is throw that ball deep. So if they're going to make it difficult, then I see no reason why Dallas should not win this game.
I did notice the consistent 2 deep coverage Dallas was rolling out, but I didn't realize it was ever down. You surprised me there. Speaking of your Eagles, though, we've got a Super Bowl rematch in week number 2, Philadelphia at Kansas City. I've said it multiple times. I think Kansas City is about to have another down year, or, well, I guess their first down year in a while. But, Nick, what's your prediction for this Philly-KC game?
I mean, as long as Jalen Carter doesn't spit on another player, then we should be fine, hopefully. Frustrating, but yeah, Chiefs just banged up, no wide receivers right now. I mean, you have your own players taking the guys out of games with Travis Kelce laying out Xavier Worthy. Chiefs defense did not look very good. Even in the Super Bowl, they were not able to really generate enough pressure against Jalen Hurts, and now they're another year older, and a lot of their team does not look as good. I think that we go out. I think this is the game where Jalen Hurts can show that he is a quarterback. He is not a fullback, like I've seen on Twitter, people calling him on Twitter. He'll go out, he'll ball out. AJ Brown's gonna get a few good receptions, hopefully, and this will be a good game. But I legitimately think this will be a very dominant Eagle win, and we start seeing KC's fall off, or at least a decline in them. I still think they're very much going to pull it together, probably, but I could definitely see a season where KC ends up in the wild card instead of winning their division.
I can too. Absolutely. If they even get that far, frankly, because I'm not very high on KC. But with Mahomes as your quarterback, I guess
Andy Reid and
anything's
Patrick
possible.
Mahomes.
Yeah.
Andy
totally.
Reid and Patrick Mahomes. I can't take them out yet.
Everything's possible.
Until they're 0-17, I cannot count them out.
Hey, when we come back from break, we're going to give Nick's overreactions to week 1, so it should be a fun segment. But before we go, Daniel is down at Smoothie King. Daniel, before we talk a little bit more about Smoothie King, do you have any thoughts on the NFL week 1 we just witnessed?
Play ball. Yeah. Well, I'm hoping that Dallas can survive without Mick Parsons. Parson, if I'm saying his name correctly.
Yeah, Micah Parsons. You got it.
Yeah, Micah Parsons. Yeah. But anyway, play ball. Let's see what's going on. The first week is come and gone. It's time for the second week. And you know, one thing that you can do outside of everything else is rule the day for you. And right here at Smoothie King, you can rule the day. Now, I'm looking at what they call the Support Your GLP-1 routine, and with protein, fiber, and no added sugar. I'm going to go over this list if I can say everything. Gladiator, step 1, choose your Gladiator protein flavored chocolate, vanilla, or strawberry. Step 2, step 3, then the Slim Trim Mango Greens, the Keto Champ Berry or chocolate, and the Activator Recovery GLP Almond Berry. That sounds pretty good. Strawberries, wild berries, Calalifa Farms Almond Milk. That's what I use. Coconut water, Gladiator, protein, strawberry, and then the Power Mill Slim GLP. All good right here. They have so many things to help you plan your health with all these smoothies, and great smoothies year round. You get this banana berry treat. That's under Enjoy Treat Smoothies right there. Great stuff right here. And I walk over on the other side here and come on by. By the way, while I'm walking over here, they've got the drive-through window. You can pick that up. They have a sign over here that says Fuel Your Flavor, Power Meal, Full Meal Replacement, a vegan all-around wellness, Gladiator recovery and muscle building. Well, I need to get muscle before I can rebuild it, but that's all right. Metabolism boost, weight management, pure recharge, all-day energy. No artificial colors or flavors. That's right, at Smoothie King. And you can order ahead for more time to rule the day. You can give them a call, and they can come by here. And you can order online, I'm sure, and come by here. And they do have health rewards as well. And here's a little nick for you. Our fruit is picked at optional ripeness for flavor than fresh frozen to maintain its nutritious quality. It thaws only in natural juices, not syrups. So everything is authentic right here at Smoothie King. Rule the day. And again, I've got to talk about this toast. Delicious, craveable, without the regret. Avocado with everything. Seasoning, 9 grams of protein. This is on toast. Peanut butter layered with bananas, strawberries, blueberries, and honey drizzle. That sounds really good. And chocolate hazelnut layered with strawberries, blueberries, and purely Elizabeth granola. I wonder how Elizabeth feels about that. 11 grams. Great stuff. Choose from one of their delicious loaded toast or protein boxes. They have a box there of eggs, cheese, protein box there. So right here, Smoothie King, you can rule the day. And don't forget, Friday, you've got your 32-ounce smoothie for the price of a 20-ounce smoothie. And again, the kicker is that time of year, pick from our patch, deliciously crafted with 100% organic pumpkin, Power Mill pumpkin, Delight pumpkin, Slim and Trim pumpkin, vegan pumpkin, coffee high protein pumpkin, all on their clean blends promised to you right here at Smoothie King. You can rule the day. It's our own personal responsibility on how we keep our health up, and you can rule the day by coming to Smoothie King right here at 5921 Southwest 3rd. It's just right off of MacArthur here in this big shopping center. Of course, they have one in Midwest City as well. Smoothie King, locally owned and operated, great place to come. Smoothie King. Got some meals here. And now don't forget the fruit bowls. Those are really good. Fruit bowls, so many things right here at Smoothie King. Well, Luke, the NFL, I'm so tuned into OU in college right now. I can't tell you much about the NFL. But you know what? I like the commercial where this girl doesn't know who McCombs is. And I think that's a funny commercial. But anyway, all right, Luke, back to you. We'll be back with more from Smoothie King right here on Southwest 3rd and MacArthur, 5921 Southwest 3rd, Smoothie King. Luke?
I do play some pretty good commercials every now and then. It's a good culture thing for football to have those good commercials, especially in the Super Bowl. Hey, we're coming back with our final segment of the game plan right after this commercial break. We're going to keep up with the NFL football talk. We're going to get Nick's overreactions to week 1, which is sure to be a blast. So don't go anywhere. Right back on the game plan on the Gospel Station Sports and Talk right after this.
Come see us down at Smoothie King. We have 2 amazing locations to serve you. 5914 Southeast 15th Street in Midwest City and 5921 Southwest 3rd Street, located right in the heart of Oklahoma City. Folks, we have the awesome Dude Perfect smoothie. We have wonderful enhancements to get you ready for your workout. Rule the day. Smoothie King is your one-stop shop for delicious smoothie action. Come see us at Smoothie King. Pearl Vision, home of the 40% off lenses with purchase of frame deal. Come visit our 2 wonderful locations, one at Yukon at 12444 Northwest 10th Street and Midwest City at 5908 Southeast 15th Street. We've got an amazing optometrist waiting to serve you at the Yukon location, and we do prescription pickup and drop-offs out in Midwest City. Come see us at Pearl Vision. We'll get you and your family seeing right.
Lilygrass Flowers and Decor is rooted in rich history dating back to 1979 in the precious memory of Flowers by Roy. Alicia Rankins and staff have carried the commitment to only offer the finest, unique floral arrangements, the same-day delivery, locally and nationally. What you envision, we make reality at Lilygrass Flowers and Decor, 7101 Northwest Expressway. Call Lilygrass Flowers and Decor at 721-1813 and begin a new memory.
Now open at 5801 West Britain Road. It's Himador Mexican Grill. Order at Himador Mexican Grill and be treated to a spacious dining area, friendly staff, and delicious Mexican dishes. Fajitas, quesadillas, seafood, vegetarian meals. They've got it all at Himador Mexican Grill, 5801 West Britain Road. With different lunch and dinner specials every day and great prices, Himador Mexican Grill is the place to be. They open at 11 a.m. every day and come by starting August 30th to get some drinks at the brand new bar. The people love Himador Mexican Grill, and you will too. Call 405-367-7274 or email himadorgrill5801@gmail.com to reserve your table. Himador Mexican Grill is eager to serve you. 5801 West Britain Road, and call 405-367-7274.
And we are back here on the game plan. Time for our final segment of this long 2-hour show. We're going to keep it going as long as we can. I am broadcasting live from the studio in Oklahoma City. We've got Nick Thomas calling in from back home in Texas, and Daniel is at Smoothie King. And Daniel, I hear once again, you've got another interview. You are the GOAT at getting interviews. That is for sure. I'll give you that. Greatest of all time right there.
Well, we are. We're ruling the day, my friend. We're ruling the day at Smoothie King, and they're making great smoothies right now. Got people in the drive-thru working hard. And I've got Zeb. If Zeb can come out here, we've got an interview with Zeb, and we're going to talk with him. Zeb, tell us who you are and what you do here at Smoothie King.
I'm the GM here. I'm the general manager at Smoothie King.
The GM, and that says a lot right there. And, Luke, he came out when I said interview, the enthusiasm, the smile, he's ready to go, not bashful at all. Tell us how people can rule the day at Smoothie King.
Well, they can come in here and they can get a lot of raw protein when they leave the gym to help the muscle to recover. They can come in here and get stuff if they're trying to lose weight, to get energy. So we got whatever you need here.
Tell me about the fruit bowls. That is a hot. I can't say the name right all the time. I have to hear it, then I can say it. But the fruit bowls you have.
Yeah, so the fruit bowls are really good. You know, they're really good for some for something you're gonna do after a run, a walk, or workout to get that protein back. And we also have the toast. That's something new that
Oh,
we
so
have.
it's so good. Yeah.
Yes, yes, I like the peanut butter. Oh my God, it's a bit with with the banana thrown in. Well, it's good.
Yes, it looks good.
Yeah.
It's the one with the avocado on there looks really delicious too. Well, looking over your menu, Zeb, what you've got things from enjoy, a treat, smoothie bowls, gift, get fit smoothies, all of that. Tell us a little bit about your menu and how people can look at your menu and shop.
So our menu, the best thing about our menu, it tells you everything that comes in the smoothie. So when you get to the menu board, you don't have to ask really no questions. It's all it's right there at your hands. So we make it a lot easier for the customers to really know where they get in their smoothie.
And you know, with people like me that don't always understand what's healthy and what isn't healthy, you can help them build a smoothie and get it done, huh?
Right. So the veggie is a popular one. The pineapple serve, the Allium pack, the danger food, my favorite. So
oh, good.
It's a lot. Yeah.
Well, very good. What do you like best about Smoothie King?
Honestly, I would say the management and the employees here, you know, they're really easy to get along with. They make the work go by a lot faster, and they make you want to come to work. And, you know, the owner, he's really good. He's really great, and
Yes.
he works with you. So shout out to Tori.
Yeah, good old Tori. Yeah, it's locally owned and operated, and you can sense that when you come in here because the employees really care, don't they?
Yeah, man. You know, when I got this job, you know, I felt the love, I felt the passion, I felt that they wanted me here. So I really love that it's local, and the owner, he come in here and he help us, he talk with us, he coach us. So I love it a lot.
Good, and people can come in and rule the day. You open at 7 a.m. They can start off the day right with that toast and a smoothie.
I'm telling you, they get here bright and early. You know, before you run, before you go into work, you come in here, you get your smoothie, and you start the day off right.
And with people like separation issues like I have, you can come in at 8 or 9 o'clock, or a little before 9, and get yourself some smoothie and take it home.
Yeah, so I would be in here around 9. Well, so 7 a.m. is kind of early.
Not early. I get up at 4, so yeah, I'm up early every morning. But anyway, well, thank you for talking to us, Zeb. Any other words before we let you go back to work?
Come and see us, man. We always here.
Yeah, very good. Smoothie King, thank you, Zeb, so much. We appreciate talking to you. Smoothie King, right here at Southwest 3rd and MacArthur. I'm going to give you the exact address, 5921 Southwest 23rd. Excuse me, 3rd, not 23rd, 3rd Street at MacArthur. And we just talked to Zeb, all kind of neat stuff. Well, Luke, back to you. And we'll be back one more time from Smoothie King and talk about, even though I'm going to be leaving soon, they're open until 9 o'clock. Luke?
All right, we are back. Great interview right there. I could tell he was eager to be on. So, hey, getting back into this segment here, back into the sports talk. Let's go into those week 1 overreactions, recapping all the action that happened. Nick, Danny Dimes is back. All right, Daniel Jones is here to stay. That's my week 1 overreaction. How legit is it?
It's not. I think he's going to be a good quarterback this year. I do. I think that he showed a lot out there. He looked really good. Don't get me wrong. He was making a lot of high-level throws. He was using his legs well, even though I wish he would stop taking away touchdowns from Jonathan Taylor for my fantasy team.
Tell me about it.
But, man, the Dolphins defense, that game more feels like an underreaction to say that the Dolphins are doomed. That team has so much going wrong right now. Their head coach is a vibe guy, and the vibe's not there anymore. Tyreek Hill, he needs to be traded, but nobody's going to take him because he has so much drama, and he is not as good of a receiver as he used to be. They do not have anything of trade value outside of maybe Devon Achane, but that whole team just needs to blow up at this point. They need new corners. They need a new quarterback. Tua turned the ball over this year is what I really saw more than Daniel Jones being there. But just rough game from the Dolphins. That team is not. Look, I saw a lot of people talking about how they thought they were going to be a surprise wild card team. They're going to be really. I didn't believe it for a second. That team has so many holes.
The worst part is that's not even an overreaction. That is a completely standard, acceptable reaction to what we saw in Week 1 from the Dolphins, and I am right there with you. I pulled up the stats for Mike McDaniel over his coaching career in the NFL. In 4 seasons, he has posted a 28-24 record, just barely above 500. His best year was that 2023 year, and it's pretty fair to say they underperformed then even in the playoffs. So let's see, I'm pulling up that thing here. I'm going to try to find their schedule because I don't remember what it was then. So give me a little bit of time,
I mean, the whole thing with them was their claim to fame was that 70-point game that they had. I forget what team. I believe it was the Broncos where their defense got pulled together under Sean Payton. That's their big claim to fame. Next week they play the Patriots and then they play the Bills. And I think that Bills game, I think they could beat 70 by 70 points in that. I think Josh Allen is going to destroy them. And the Patriots next week, we'll see how they really look. The Patriots didn't look too good last week. If they go out there and the Patriots make them look really bad, then I'm sorry, but at that point, there needs to be some firing, there needs to be some trades. You got to do something, turn it all around.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Miami. They are still, I think, technically the favorites at home, but I don't know how much that counts for right now. So the most I was giving them was maybe Tua stays healthy for a couple of weeks, but past that, I have no faith in Miami. So I'm right there with you, but. Again, not even no reaction.
Their quarterback situation is, at this point, for Tua, it might be more worth to play Zach Wilson over him. Tua did not look good last week. And at the point that you're looking worse than the idea of putting Zach Wilson in, it's not a good thing.
Not good. All right, so what's your next take you got for us?
So for my overreactions, I don't want to go too crazy. I don't want to say anything that's too insane. I want to keep it pretty calm, but still overreacting. I think 3 teams are going to go 0-17 this year.
3 of them.
The Browns looked really bad. The Bengals looked horrible in this game. The Browns defense actually looked like it would still maybe do something. They might be able to have something. And they still lost because they couldn't they could not kick the ball. The Browns just have so many holes. Joe Flacco is going to be meh.
Hey, he threw for 290 yards.
So drama.
He got 290 in the air.
He also had his average 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, and threw the ball 45 times. And him being how old is Joe Flacco?
Old.
He's like 45 years old.
Yeah,
he's 40 years old. And
yeah,
they had
40.
him throw the ball 45 times. And he went 1 touchdown, 2 picks, sacked twice, and a 32.7 QBR. That is not a good game.
Well, man, they're handing the ball off to Dylan Sampson. So what was he supposed to do?
Exactly. I stand by my case.
Yeah, I just proved your point even more.
It's impossible to go 17. That team just does not look very good right now. It's not a good look for them. Another team, the Saints. I wanted to have some hope in this team. I kind of thought that maybe they'd be a little surprising, but when your best player is one of your best players is Chris Olave, and he's known for being injury prone, and you're throwing him screens with no blockers, and what's the Cardinals player? Will Johnson, I believe is what his name is, the man that they just drafted, who absolutely laid the boom on him and laid him out in the backfield on a screen play. That cannot be what happens in your game. And they just did not look good. They could not run the ball. Even, I know Alvin Kamara isn't there right now, but he's always hurt at this point. He's getting older. That whole team, the defense is just not looking great. It's a lot of old and a lot of not very good and a lot of bust around there. The Saints are another team that I can very much see just not pulling it together as the season goes on.
Yeah, and that's sad to say. Don't even think Spencer Rattler can get one, huh?
I think Spencer Rattler could. I don't think the Saints can. Spencer Rattler looked not too bad. He made some good throws. He had some decent plays, but that team just looks so everywhere right now.
Yeah,
Then the final team, this is the one that I think is going to be the hardest for a lot of people to believe. I think the Houston Texans are going to be very bad this year. I genuinely think they are going to be very bad. But this also because they are in the same division as the Saints, so them both going 0-17. I think both of them could somehow manage to go 0-0-1 and tie with 0 points.
That would honestly be more
Texans
impressive.
O-line, that Texans O-line is atrocious. That offensive line is so bad. I get it. The Rams are a very good defensive line, but last year the big thing with the Texans is that they could not pick up a stunt. If you ran your end around the tackles and put pressure in Stroud's face, their offensive line could not do anything. And all that game, that is what the Rams did. It was nothing but stunts. And I saw one play where a guy ran a stunt and the two offensive linemen guarded the same tackle and the defensive end ran untouched right into C.J. Stroud's face. There's just that offense could be so good. That defense for them is amazing. I think that the Texans defense is incredible, but it does not matter if you cannot, one, run the ball because they could not run it at all. But then two, Stroud has no time to make any passes. And I won't lie, Stroud did not look very good. He had a very disappointing year last year, and then coming out this year, he didn't look that great this year either.
No.
I'm thinking CJ Stroud might just be scared because he does not trust that O-line at all.
And 1 interception, no passing touchdowns. I would not be surprised if that is exactly right because, yeah, not getting a lot of protections, forced to make bad throws is not good for your confidence. And the Texans are such a weird team, man. It's like they keep saying they're the best out of the Texas teams. They get Nick Chubb, like they try to make moves, and then they go back out and underperform in week 1, like out of the gate, and they just look bad.
Somehow, football is a multi-level sport. There's 3 different things: offense, defense, special teams, and each level has their own things. Like for offense, you have the quarterback, the running backs, the wide receiver, the O-line. It should not be so bad where one of those groups holds down the entire team. You should be able to do something. Even like the Bengals, they don't have a good O-line, but their wide receivers and their passing game makes up for it. They don't have a great defense, but their defensive line makes up enough for it to be okay. The Texans O-line is so bad that it holds back the entirety of the team. That O-line is just so bad.
Yeah, it's not looking good in Houston. It's not looking good. The big thing about they had that podcast, right? Stroud and Parsons. Is
Yes.
Parsons got flamed for doing the podcast. I have not seen Stroud get flamed for it quite like that, and they're not. If your prediction is right, they're not going to have a good year.
I think this might be. It'll be an interesting year what they do in the offseason. Because I don't even think the coaching is great. I think the coaches are fine. I think the defense is amazing. I think Will Anderson looks incredible. Like he looks like someone that could be a defensive player of the year candidate. But man, that O-line is just—it's so that and their running back room right now. Joe Mixon's hurt, I get it, but the rest of that running back room just does not look very good right now.
I'm looking up real quick. I'm going to look up C.J. Stroud's contract, what he's on right now. He's
Still on
on
his
year
rookie contract.
3 of his 4-year rookie contract. Is that right?
Yeah, he's still on his rookie. He'll maybe get one more season unless he wants to get paid this next year. But unless he pulls it together, I don't think that he'll be getting a big payday. I don't think he deserves it currently.
Yeah, I was kind of right there with you. I was thinking, I mean, he doesn't play for Jerry Jones, so he might get paid. But, yeah, what his future is in Houston, if they still can't find any success, even if he does sign a little bit of an extension, do you think that they'll still move on from him? They'll put in some kind of trade clause, something like that? Give them the
I
option
don't think
to
they
get out of
should
it?
move on. I think he looks fine. He's not a bad quarterback. I think that he could still be a very, at minimum, serviceable quarterback. But that team just has to fix up their holes. They got to get wide receiver depth. They have to figure out their running back situation. They have to do something for that O-line. And like the O-line, it's not even that they have bad players. It's a baseline thing for the offensive line of being able to pick up and understand stuff. It is not a difficult thing. It is a very common defensive practice, and they just cannot do it. They have to figure out the bare minimum mechanics of just being able to play offensive line. And that, to me, is impressively bad.
Yeah, not looking good. Eyes will be on them to see how they rebound in week number 2. I'll talk to some of my Texans fans and see what they're thinking about up here in the city, but I don't know. Their backfield right now is Nick Chubb, Ogunbawa, I horribly mispronounced that, by the way. Xavier Hutchinson, Damian Pierce, and Woody Marks, they all got carries in that one. The only one that was really worth anything was Chubb, which is not surprising. Like, it's exactly what you said. Depth at some of those positions, protecting C.J. Stroud. They're just not built to win right now in a way that the rest of the top-tier teams, even middle-tier teams in the NFL are. They're just not built to win like that. I don't know.
My final take.
Yeah,
I think the Chiefs. I said earlier that they might be a wild card team on a good day. I think they could finish third in their division this year. I truly do. With how they looked versus the Chargers, who I think the Chargers could win the whole division. The Chargers look really good. Justin Herbert looked like an MVP candidate out there. Quentin Johnson learned how to catch a ball. Keenan Allen came out his old self, still managing to be consistent. That whole team looked very good. I need Omarion Hampton to pick it up. Again, fantasy purposes, I need him to pick it up.
Yep.
But even with the loss of, I believe it was, I'm blanking on their tackle's name who got hurt. It's not Joe Alt. It's, I cannot remember the name of the other player. Huh?
I'll pull it up. Defensive tackle or offensive?
No, offensive tackle.
I see Ethan Driscoll is out for Kansas City.
Not for Kansas City, for the Chargers.
Oh, for Los Angeles. Okay, then give me a second. I'll pull that up for you. I mean, yeah, to your point about finishing in the division, right? Their division is Denver, who could have a pretty good year. They're supposed to be built a little bit better. Las Vegas.
Who I think will finish soon. I think the Chiefs could finish third or maybe fourth because Vegas looked very good. Their defense still is a little odd to me, but their offense looked really good. Denver, I mean, same situation. Bo Nix needs to figure it out. He looked very rough, but that defense is so elite.
Rashawn
Kansas City
Slater
just does not have redeeming. Yes, Rashawn Slater. I believe he's out for the season due to a pec injury. And he's an all-pro whenever he plays for them, but even without him, they still look very good.
Yeah, I would absolutely be okay with the Chargers winning that division. I've got to be completely honest with you. Yeah, I'm right there. Denver and LA definitely have the best chances to finish above. Again, we got a lot of questions about the Raiders right now and what they're going to do. They're currently 1-0. I mean, they did get the opening win over the Patriots, but that long-term success for them, we're going to have a big question on. They're starting Geno Smith right now. I definitely could see that future where Kansas City is finishing third. They might miss the playoffs, and the entire NFL world cheers about it, celebrates.
Geno just looked odd. It wasn't that he looked bad. He looked very good. But they had him playing in a way that he's never played before. He had I believe, the most passes of 20-plus yards downfield all in the week one, which it's never been something that he's been noticeably good at, is deep ball passing. It's not something he's ever just been elite at, and they had him doing it a ton. I mean, even like Brock Bowers, who, if I'm not mistaken, Brock Bowers played like 30% of snaps because they had him coming off and they had Michael Mayer coming in for running for any run plays. Brock Bowers still had 5 receptions for 103 yards, averaging over 20 yards a catch. They just played such an odd game on offense, something that we've never seen Geno play. And then their defense didn't look horrible, but it looked really good. And then as much as it hurts, Thomas Booker, the player that they traded from the Eagles, he looked like one of the best defensive tackles in football, which hurts me because I did not want him to get traded because I liked him last season too, but he looked really good this season in that game. So it'll be very interesting. The Raiders have a lot of players and a lot of strategy that's just very questionable, but if it stays like this and stays together, I can see the Raiders being a very good team.
Right, it just all remains to be seen through week one. This is why we call it the overreactions, I guess, is because there's just not a lot to go off of yet. We'll get ready for week two. Again, it comes back tomorrow with Thursday Night Football, and then we've got games on Sunday. So, well, that just about takes us to the end, Nick. We've covered week two. We've covered week one. I know you were real big on Drake May and the Patriots. They take the opening loss. Is there anything you want to say about that situation in New England before we move on?
As much as it hurts, New England's O-line is if the Texans have the worst O-line in football, the Patriots might have the second worst. That O-line just could not create gaps for Trayvon Henderson or Ramondre Stevenson to really get through and do anything. But I will say, Drake May, he had a bad habit this game of a lot of overthrows. I don't know if he was just putting too much air under the ball, if he was thinking his receivers would be able to jump high. I don't know what was going on there. But Drake May just had some atrocious overthrows all game, which is tough because he still finished pretty okay, 30 for 46, 287 yards, touchdown and a pick. But like the interception, he just overthrew his receiver by a whole half a body and threw it right to the sitting high safety. And it's just, can't do stuff like that. I get it, year two, he's very young. I kind of got lost in the hype a little bit. I will say a lot of people were expecting him to come out and be like Josh Allen level this year because he has that talent and that potential to be that level of that type of player. But he has to find consistency and figure it out. But that O-line for the Patriots is just rough, man. It's just not as good as it needs to be right now.
Yeah, and to his credit, I mean, early game overthrows, underthrows is not uncommon throughout any level of football. So he definitely, it's like you say, he definitely has the talent. I think if he gets to settle in a little bit, they can provide him a little bit more time. It's kind of the same thing I talked about Arch Manning in the college scene is he came out, some people were thinking he might have a shoulder injury and they were doing all this stuff. I think he's just new to the scene, to the scope of football, and it's going to take him some time to settle in. I think that's kind of what Drake May is still getting even in year two, but it's early. If I'm you, I could still be hyped on New England. I really could. I mean,
I'm still very high on them. I think, especially because of how everyone else looked at that division, the Dolphins look atrocious. The Bills look very good, but I expected the Bills to look very good.
I think the Bills are Super Bowl champs.
I'm not upset about that.
Or Super Bowl favorites.
I think they're definitely one of those teams that can compete for that. And then, why am I blanking on the fourth team in that division? The Jets. The Jets look okay. The Jets look surprising, I will say. Justin Fields looked very good back there. He was out there balling as well, but I still think the Patriots could come out and look very good on that team. Very good coaching. They have the high-level young players that could take that leap, but I might have gone a little too high. I might need to throttle down a little bit on them, but I still think they're very much a team that could be a very solid team this year.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't blame you at all for forgetting about the Jets, as so many people do. Well, that takes us just about to the end of our show. We had some great conversation here. We're going to send it back to Daniel at Smoothie King. Nick, thank you so much for coming on and talking some sports with me. It's always a good time, my friend.
It's always good. Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely.
It's always good to be here.
Yeah, I'll be talking to you more throughout the week as these games go on. But let's send it back to Daniel. He's down at Smoothie King on Southwest 3rd. Daniel, we're about to wrap up the show. What have you got for us to finish this thing out?
Well, I am at Smoothie King, as we said, and there's just so much here. You can start your day. You can rule your day all day long. Come by and get the loaded toast, hearty 8 grain. And I have talked about this the whole time. The avocado toast looks really good. The chocolate hazelnut. And the one that could be one of my favorites is the peanut butter. With all the fruit on there, looks like bananas and strawberries and blueberries and honey, and that looks like one that would be my favorite right off the bat. But the smoothies are fantastic, can help you in your health, rule the day by taking care of yourself. And of course, they have the drive-through. I always see friendly, smiling customers when they go through the drive-through. Great time here at Smoothie King. We talked to Zeb, and great enthusiasm. They really seem like they love working here and putting the smoothies together. Great stuff right here at Southwest 3rd and MacArthur. And I'm looking over to this one sign, add whey protein to any smoothie, support muscle growth, repair, and post-workout recovery with 9 essential amino acids. I think I said that right. And, of course, a deliciously crafted 100% organic pumpkin. They have flavors of Power Meal Pumpkin, Delight Pumpkin, Slim and Trim Pumpkin, Vegan Pumpkin, and Coffee High Protein Pumpkin. So great stuff right here. Don't forget, Friday is a free Upsize Friday. You can drink a 32-ounce smoothie for the price of a 20-ounce. What a way to celebrate Friday. What a way to celebrate Football Friday right here at Smoothie King. Rule of the day. And you know, we always talk about we need to be responsible for ourselves. Well, Rule in the Day can do that with great smoothies from Smoothie King. You'll enjoy it. Fruit bowls, all that. Now, they also have the protein stuff on the wall. You can pick out energy on the go. All kind of neat stuff here. They have this decorated really nice. And I was looking up at this Gladiator complete protein strawberry flavored dietary supplement. All kind of stuff. They got Smoothie King bottles up here. All kind of neat stuff right here at Smoothie King. Here at 5921 Southwest 3rd. So as we get close to closing, as Luke plays the commercials after I get done, think about coming on out to Smoothie King. They're open until 9 o'clock. You'll enjoy it. And don't forget the drive-through window. You can come in and see their smiling faces, or you can go through the drive-through window and get that. Here, locally owned and operated, deliciousness on the go all day options right here at Smoothie King, 5921 Southwest 3rd. Well, Luke, that's going to be it from me from Smoothie King. We always enjoy coming out here. And, of course, we'll be having a coaches show out here in a couple of weeks. That's coming up real soon. And we'll be doing that, so you can look forward to that. Well, we've enjoyed being out here with you on the Main Street of America. We're always on the Main Street of America. We're at Pearl Vision first and came on down the highway. Pearl Vision in Yukon came on down the highway to Southwest 3rd or came up the highway, depending which direction you want to go, on I-40 and got off on MacArthur and came over to Southwest 3rd. This is the big shopping center here. This is right at the start of the shopping center, right off MacArthur on Southwest 3rd here in Oklahoma City. So we're at Smoothie King. Come on by. They're open until 9. They open at 7 in the morning. And Luke, as you play the commercials, daydream about Smoothie King. This is a great place to come. All right, we're going to send it back to Luke. We appreciate everybody listening to some sports and our Main Street of America being here at Smoothie King. Luke?
All right. Thank you, Daniel. It was great talking to you. It was great hearing about both Smoothie King and Pearl Vision. Thank you to those two businesses for letting Daniel stop by. And thank you to all of you who have been listening, whether you are online, on Facebook, or whether you're listening in the future on GSN Sports and Talk, our YouTube page, because this will be posted there before too long. We want to thank you sincerely. It was a great show. We had a great guest, and I will be sure to have him back on before too long. But that about does it for me here in Oklahoma City. So this is Luke Young signing off. Have a great rest of your night, and God bless.